Hey, what's up guys? Malt here. We're back with some more great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We finished the first episode on the last stream, and now we're starting on the second episode right away. So let's do it. Malt can't read? Yeah. I can't. The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band.
In a corner of that small, dark room, Sholmes and I waited with bated breath.
I forgot his name is Sholmes.
There came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound.
His name is Herlock Sholmes.
Suddenly, Sholmes sprang into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness.
Oh my god, dude.
You see it, Wilson? He yelled, his tense voice reverberating through the air. I raised my dark lantern shutter, and the room
do I play as him?
came into view.
I don't even know.
Sholmes was staring intently at one
out.
particular corner when he started whispering to me. The victim's most perplexing final words. The Speckled Band.
Wilson.
I believe this is the terrible call to which she referred.
Chocobo. But here's one thing I'm pretty sure about that I remember hearing years ago.
Adder, its fangs
That
as it threatened to
John
strike.
Watson's a lolly or something?
It truly was the most terrible Speckled Band I had ever seen.
Is his name John Watson? I don't know what his actual... It was something Watson. I'm interested, question mark. Alright, 9th of January. Oh, okay. I didn't read that fast enough. I hope we get to meet Edgeworth. Edgeworth wasn't born for like another 200 years, unfortunately.
So then, let us unravel this
You might see his
mystery
ancestor.
and discover what events led to this curious murder. Pray, do excuse me. The cabin door was bolted from the inside.
Here's Herlock
when the man was
Sholmes, though.
killed. No marks to suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way. So, this would appear to be a locked room mystery.
Historically accurate.
In his final moments, the victim scrawled a message on the floor. Almost certainly with the ink from this upset bottle.
Did he just print
Russian
something?
word.
With his briefcase?
So the victim was a Russian man then.
What does it
And
say?
the letters are well formed.
Oh shit, it says 11037 in Russian.
Momentous at the time. This is a most extraordinary script. And evidently not penned by the same hand as this message. In fact, I deduce it was written by someone of a different nationality.
Wait, he's about to shoot somebody.
This
Oh my
was
god!
placed just
Wait,
prior to the incident
that's the
by
thing.
victim himself.
That's the thing Emma Skye does. 200 years later.
Oh.
Oh, there's a corpse in there.
What have we here?
I think it's the other way around, Junkie.
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing here?
No one must touch before maritime police come.
Get back to One Piece.
That won't be necessary.
Or JoJo.
You see, in less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you.
What? Don't be absurd. This is murder. I need cabin locked from inside.
Ah yes, the locked room.
Oh, nice, a locked
That
room.
mystery
Like,
is
never seen that
nothing.
before.
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
Who are you, and where have you come from?
Oh, it's the
I'm a
fucking
great
bro.
British
That's him.
consultant detective, the only one
That's
in
the
world.
that's the detective guy. What's his name?
Herlock Sholmes.
Hasanogi or something?
You must have heard of me.
I haven't heard of you, Herlock Sholmes. Okay, no one's heard of Herlock Sholmes. All right. Oh, but you haven't heard of me. Ugh, my head is throbbing. What's going on? Something's not right here. There's trouble in the air. Who's talking? Is it me again, or am I playing as someone else now? How am I here? Oh no, I actually am here. What the fuck? Wait, I can't move. My body. I can't move. What the? Why am I in handcuffs? Damn, that 3D perspective though. That budget. So you wake up now. Who's that? Oh, I'm not gonna do the accent. I'm not gonna embarrass myself, okay? Or should I? Is this some random other guy? I don't know what the hell's happening. We had to drag you out of your wardrobe. I do not believe you could. I do not believe how you could not wake up. You are a true cold-blooded man. You. ha! You found me then. Yahaha! Da. We found you. And now you pay. Criminal. It literally typed a K. It's spelled it criminal. So you can tell it's an accent. How long are you hiding in that tiny wardrobe? Ugh. Sorry. Now you have been found. It is time to admit your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is, No, I'll tell you everything. There's only one thing I'd like to know from you. Isn't that... How did we... I feel like there's a huge knowledge gap between the first episode and this one. Why did you do it? Why did you take his life? Miss Sus! Wait, what did you just say? Take his life? Where is he? Where's Kazuma? Didn't he go to Britain? Don't tell me he's dead. Bro, don't tell me they killed they better not have fucking killed Kazuma. Ha! You pretend you do not know? You are a wolf in the sheep's pelt. You are the killer. Do not try to make excuses. What? Kazuma-sama's body was discovered. A body has been discovered. They fucking killed him. How could they kill him? Why do they always gotta kill the person that teaches me how to lawyer? Here in this very cabin that was bolted shut from the inside. His body? Please, do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep. Kazuma's dead? But he can't be. And these handcuffs. Surely you don't think that I turned yourself in? I have to know. Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life? Answer me, please! No. No! He had a sword, how did he die? Maybe they had a gun. Kazuma. It was just 2 short weeks ago. How could they kill the husbando, man? He was like the next best thing to Edgeworth. Are you sure about this? Won't we get in trouble? Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England with me to study? Oh, I stowed away to go to England with him? I call that a death flag? Yeah, because he fucking did the thing that every other character does in every one of these games. We have something important to talk about. But now's not a good time, even though there's plenty of time. Anyway, see you later. Come on, man. Come on, game. It was really something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier, though. The way that Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case onto the floor. I thought I was gonna die. Yes, I still can't quite believe that. I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside of my trunk. You must be even less of a man than you look. No wonder I killed him, dude. No wonder I had to kill him. Makes sense. Hey, honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body. Well, it's about 50 days and maybe- wait! Guys, I have a sneaking suspicion. I know who killed Kazuma. It's his fucking headband. Look how alive that headband is. But what if he was sleeping and his headband just choked his ass out? Yo, I'm pretty sure it was his headband. I'm pretty sure about this one. Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. But if you confine yourself into my cabin here, I don't expect anyone will discover you. I hope not. I get the feeling those Russians wouldn't be very forgiving of a stowaway. Maybe he just gets tension headaches? That's true. Maybe someone took off his headband and his head exploded. They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. What I want to know is, why do we even need to keep it a secret from the young lady? From our faithful judicial assistant Mikotoba, you mean? From your close friend, more to the point. Surely we could confine it to her, couldn't we? I don't believe she'd give me away. No, but... Wait. This game is gonna make me the fucking suspect 2 times in a row? That's the first time in the history of Ace Attorney. They usually clear me by the first case. But... No, but if she knew what we'd done, that would make her guilty by association. I was literally waiting for you to call him dead like you did Cassius, and you didn't... oh, like I did Cassius, I see. And Cassius... Yeah, you're right, actually. What the fuck? It's best that you and I only know. Only you and I know about this. I suppose so. I was like, who's Cassius? Oh yeah, dude. I do have to say something. I'm so excited to continue the Trails game too. Oh my god, I really want to continue Trails, but it's okay. It'll happen when it happens. I gotta be patient. Anyway, it's about time the steward is supposed to come and clean the cabin. I know it's cramped, but you better get in there, I think. What are you, Chiaki? It won't be for long. And anyway, compared to hiding inside my traveling case, it'll be a breeze. Yes, but what if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be in for it. Stop worrying. I tell you what. Why don't you write "keep out" or something on this piece of paper? What? Then I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside. I don't know. Just keep out? We've only been at sea for about 15 days. How can this have happened? We were supposed to be going on this adventure to England. Together. We leave you at the next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murderer! No, I'm not a murderer. Da, you said before. You said you admit everything about your crimes. No, that's not right. No, that's wrong. I mean, yes, I did stow away on this ship, but murdering my best friend? No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. Sus? Okay, I'm not gonna call her Sus. Fuck you guys. Susato? Please, tell me what happened. I need to know. Very well. But there is something I would like to ask of you, too. Those eyes. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. This nightmare is getting worse by the minute. Sore Wachio... Wait, wrong game. What game even is that? What's up, killer? I suppose all I can do is try and find out what really happened. Tell me about the Kazuma's death. Just go straight up. He really has been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just a bad dream? And these handcuffs. They think I did it? They think I'm Kazuma's killer? When they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside. But look, there's a vent right up there. That's clearly where they came in from, or maybe they were inside the closet. Have I never heard how truth bolts are used in Japanese version? Nope, I've never played or seen the Japanese version of Danganronpa. What do you mean? There's no access to the cabin via a porthole window, and the bolt on the door can't be operated from the outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these four walls. What? Well, maybe... Wait, maybe Kazuma killed himself. Yo, it's Danganronpa all over again. He just couldn't handle the lawyer life. What? Or to put it another way, the culprit can only have been somebody inside this cabin. Or do you have some other explanation? This is impossible. How did he die then? What happened exactly? Are you still going to deny the charge, even despite the circumstances? Please, Susato-san, you have to tell me. The cause of death is still undetermined. They don't know how he died? The ship's doctor is examining the body, but of course, he has no post-mortem analysis experience. I don't suppose we shall learn more until an expert has been consulted at our next port of call. So presumably that means that there were no obvious external signs of injury then. That's true, yes. So poison again? There's no way it's poison again. There's no way. Can anyone tell me what exactly happened here in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma? Presumably that's something you know the answer to better than anyone. Please. Whatever you say, you were here in the cabin after all. Well, yes, I was, but... He would always wake before dawn and do his training first thing in the morning. Is that a mouse trap? I was waiting outside its cabin as I have every day so far on this voyage. But this morning he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't. Does that mean he was already dead when Susato-san arrived at his cabin door, I wonder? I knocked, but there was no reply. Then I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. The crewman forced the cabin door open, and when we managed to get inside... Dead! Wait, did he write Facebook? I don't know why, that's the first thing I saw, but I know it's in Russian, but you know. There was Kazuma-sama, collapsed on the floor. Maybe he died to a mousetrap that was poisoned. And the white tape there now shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. I had no idea anything had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. I wish it wasn't the case, but it's just very hard to believe. It is all very hard to believe for me, too. Trust me. Now, I've told you everything that I know. So it's my turn to ask you a question. Yes, alright. My head feels so heavy. It's still throbbing like anything. Why are you even on board the ship, Naruhodo-san? You said something before about it being a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, yes. I'm afraid that's true. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now. And I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time. I had no idea. But how could you have occupied Kazuma-sama's cabin for so long without him noticing? No, that would have been impossible, obviously. Yes, of course. Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. He actually asked you? But why? I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself. His eyes stopped being as darty ever since he gained his... He literally leveled up mid-trial and gained confidence and stopped saying yes and started just saying objection, take that, and hold it. Which was really cool. And he also learned how to desk slam properly. I don't understand. Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Why go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you? Kazuma theme. It's an idea that's been in my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. Kind of fruity. He just wanted his best bro to hang out with him for life, man! I think I told you then, didn't I? That you ought to become a lawyer yourself. Well, yes, you did say that, but I didn't think you were so serious. Okay, let me just give some quick context, especially for Sucrose here, and whoever else wasn't here in the first stream. Basically, this is supposed to be like the Skyward Sword to Zelda. Like, this is like that equivalent for Ace Attorney. So, like, the origin stories of the lawyers and law and shit like that. And this guy is supposed to be a distant ancestor. The guy I'm playing as is a distant ancestor of Phoenix Wright. And this is during a time where Japan and Britain signed a treaty, a peace treaty of some kind. So they have like a lot of things going on, but then things obviously get political and shit as we try to usher in an era of like, what do you call this? What do you call this? What do you call this? Like, everyone's like, the lawyer system and shit is all brand new, basically. He looks like Daichi. Oh yeah, you would definitely like him, especially if you saw him in the first trial. Because he's very much a leader character. Well, yes, you did say that, but I didn't think you were serious. You have a talent for it. I can assure you of that. Liked? Wait, what? What are you even correcting? But I've never really thought about becoming a lawyer. Tree of Friendship and Navigation. Yeah. Because he's dead? I can still like a corpse. Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is at the spearhead of cultural development, the center of the world in many ways. There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place within your own eyes, can there? Well, no, definitely not. But on a personal level. Well, think about it this way. He was a leader to the end. He led... He's also leading in the deaths in this game. He's one of the top 2 deaths. If you were to become a lawyer, then what? Nothing. Well, that's very encouraging. Forget it. Kazuma-sama he was always saying the same thing, that he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought he could do that with you. Yes, maybe. I gotta turn up this text speed a bit. Can I do that, actually? Because trying to read it along is really annoying when that's fucking slow. Come on, give me a... No, I don't want text skip. I just want a speed increase. Can I? There's nothing. Oh, wait, I can make the text box more transparent so we can see the characters? Hell yeah! Should I turn off vibration? I know some people hate screen shakes and flashes. I don't know if I want to, like... I think some people will hate that shit that are watching. This is all fine. It's all fine. Okay, I can't change the speed. I can just enable skip, which I don't want to do by accident. So fuck it. I'm just gonna... Wait, what's wait time? Adjust the length of time until the next... Oh, it's auto... Okay, I'm not using autoplay. Alright, let's go. We'll go back. Wow, look how transparent it is! Now you can see her... sash. Wow, the details. Yes, maybe. But something's still bothering me a little. I guess it is kind of harder to read now, though, but it's okay. I can still read it. But look at his eyes, then. It was darker than I've ever seen it before. Sasato-san? I'm sorry that we kept it a secret from you. My stowing away on the ship, I mean. If I know Kazuma-sama, I expect he was trying to protect me, to avoid me becoming guilty by association. That's exactly right, yes. Word perfect, in fact. Wait, guilty of what? Killing him? Alright, last night. He's the opposite of Maya. Instead of getting framed for murder, he is murdered. Oh, yeah, okay. Wait, but why would you compare Kazuma to Maya? I feel like this girl's gonna end up being more like Maya than anything. Although it is still opposite that I'm the one who's... Maybe if you said the roles were flipped and now the Maya character is accusing me of murder instead of people accusing the Maya character of murder. Man, it's so deep. If you're not the culprit, then tell me. What happened last night here in this cabin? Well, the thing is, I don't really remember. Remember! Kazuma brought me something to eat just like he always did. And it was poison. Then I got it myself into that wardrobe over there, just like I always did. Dude, how the fuck is he sleeping in this wardrobe consistently? This guy's tiny. After that, I fell asleep. Well, yes. So deeply that you didn't even stir when Kazuma-sama was killed? Well, yes. I know it sounds unbelievable, really, I do. But it's the truth. If only I'd woken up, then maybe I wouldn't be in this predicament. And for some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything. Really?
Meat.
Remember the meat? I will always remember the meat. Okay, cool. Is something wrong? Oh, no, it's... Please forget it. Susato-san, you have to believe me, I didn't do it! I really... Okay, guys, I actually regret this decision. It's so uncomfortable for my eyes. Now we're turning we're turning it low again. We can turn it off? Nah, low is fine. Low is fine, alright? We're gonna much better. We can already see the sash anyway, it doesn't even matter. I really don't want to doubt you. But the trouble is, there's no one else who can possibly have done this. Kazuma, I don't understand. Why? Why did this have to happen? I can't take this. Don't try to go anywhere. You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen. I'm sorry, but Kazuma was killed right under my nose, here, and I didn't do anything to stop it. And now I'm supposed to just sit around? Bro, stop showing your damn handcuffs. My hand's tied while whoever did this walks free? No, I can't allow that to happen. Well, what do you propose to do, then? I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I'm going to work out who took Kazuma's life, and how and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me. Hiya! Did I just get my ass kicked by Susato? Oh shit, Susato's badass. What the? That was a Susato takedown. A sus? What? What martial art form is that? I'm going to need you to prove it. Sorry, prove it? Wait a minute. Is this girl basically going to become the equivalent of Yanfei? Yes, you're innocent. I need evidence. But how am I supposed to... Have you forgotten already what you achieved just a few weeks ago? You successfully defended yourself in a court of law. Ah, I see. She's expecting me to present some conclusive evidence. Do I have anything yet? University collar pin, proof that I'm innocent. Oh, never mind. It says proof that I'm a student at Imperial Yume University. I always wear it on the collar of my uniform jacket. Paper seal. Kazuma would stick this over the doors of the wardrobe for me. It says keep out in Japanese, although I'm not sure the Russian crew could actually read it. Oh, was it still on the door? That means I never opened it. Because there's no way I could put the seal back on if I was the one who killed him and walked into the wardrobe. Easy game, dude. Easy game. Hope she brings a whip to the court. Nah, that's fucking... That's Franziska von Karma, who would definitely do that. I have to get Susato-san to believe me. I'll show her some evidence right now to prove that I'm not guilty of this awful crime. I am a student! Students can't do anything! Yes! Alright then. How about this? You can't trick me with something irrelevant like that. Oh. She'll throw me down the floor all over again? Wait, that's great. What if I'm into that? The way you're looking at me, I think perhaps I didn't throw you hard. Alright, hold on, let me show you the seal. No, it was definitely hard enough. Wait, come on, Ryunosuke. Let me show you something else. Alright, here you go. Here's the actual thing I meant to give you. Yes! Okay? Tell me, when I was discovered in the wardrobe before, was this piece of paper stuck over the doors? Oh, yes it was. I remember clearly. I thought so. Kazuma always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there, just in case the cabin steward or another crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well. Ah, yes, of course. Why am I just doing this while on the ground? Can I get up? The gentleman who discovered you peeled that sign from the wardrobe doors right before he opened them. But if I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the doors on my own. Yes, that's quite true. In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma. Well, even if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I can see why Kazuma-sama thought so highly of you. Really? Was that so hard to figure out? Thank you, Susato-san. Maybe his legs are cuffed too? Man, I feel like these cuffs are actually totally unrelated to the incident and fucking Susato was doing some weird shit while I was unconscious. Now, do you think perhaps you can help me out? Well, in the light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in here at least. Thank you! So you finally believe me? I'm sorry. No. No. What? I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you used some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back in position. What does she think I am? A magician? For now, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same. Alright, let's get to work, Susato-san. Please don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts. Oh. I shall be watching you, to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example. Right. Okay, is investigating any different in this game? I'm excited to see. Well, anyway, I should make a start on investigating in here. Examine everything I can. Kazuma, I swear, I will avenge your death. Oh my, is this the investigating theme in this game? Okay, it's pretty similar. Alright, cool. Let's talk to her first. I always do that. Never mind. Never mind. We already... Okay, we're good. I'm gonna examine. This guy's been standing here the whole time? Oh, okay, so it's still preset screens. Gotcha. So it's not like this scrolling thing you can do in Danganronpa. Alright, so how do I figure out what is sus? Okay, so anything that's blinking. Cool. So I'm gonna check this out. The books have fallen over on the shelf. Look, they've all toppled the same way. And what's this? A statue of some god of the sea? Although he's fallen over as well. It's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked and everything mown down at once. I wonder if... Perhaps it was Kazuma-sama doing his morning sword training, do you think? I seriously doubt it. I don't know, he has a pretty powerful sword swing. Then perhaps... It was you, Naruhodo-san, in a fit of rage. I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a few books and a statue. Could the way these things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case, I wonder? Well, I'll just set everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess. Wait, you just tampered with the evidence! How could you? Oh dear, that won't do. Oh, what's the matter, Susato-san? Is she like Max Payne? I don't know anything about Max Payne to be able to answer that question. Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself focused, I forget to look around properly. Yes, it's not good. I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, do you? Are you, Naruhodo-san? What? I just did that! I literally just did that, game! Shut up! Yes, let's do that. I suppose my field of vision has been rather... Really, they're gonna put a lore reason for me tunnel visioning one side of the room? Alright, whatever, dude. Oh, there's a check mark if I've seen it. Okay, cool. Bro, you mean Winston Payne? Max Payne is like a completely different game series, man. No, she's not like Winston Payne. We actually saw the equivalent of Winston Payne in this game. And Winston Payne's name in this game is something ouchie. Haha, get it? Because it's like a Japanese version of Pain. Anyways, these are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Buria! It's essentially a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. What? Why are you staring at me? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? I can't decide. Well, one thing's for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here. I like Susato's frickin' sass. More like Sasato. Seigi, a Japanese word for justice. The brush strokes are strange and true, just like Kazuma. Yes, his calligraphy was always a reflection of his heart. Yet can you really look at those characters without feeling shame, knowing who drew them so thoughtfully? Of course I can. I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? Even though you stowed away on this ship? Now you're going to bring that up, are you? I can't win. Sword? Wait, is that a chicken leg on the ground? What the fuck is that? I just saw that right now. Or is that a... What is... Okay, I'm gonna click that soon. That's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it. Yes, he was always saying that a Japanese man's katana is his soul. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on this trip. I suppose that shows how important it was to him. And now he's gone. But I'm not ready to let his spirit go just yet. Alright, what is this? That's my dinner? From last night, a roast chicken. Oh, so it really is just a bone. It's a bone without the meat on it. It was really tasty. Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But, did you eat it on the floor here? I'm not a dog, Susato-san. I ate on the table, of course. Which begs the question of when and how did the plate end up on the floor? Probably when that frickin' sheet was pulled. So this guy picks up the bookshelf but leaves the bone? Yeah. Exactly. But Kazuma-sama didn't like chicken at all, did he? No, that's right. So he didn't touch it. Which meant all the more for me. Yo, what the fuck? I thought that random bone sound command was like a voice line of her saying no. Oh no, does that mean... You really shocked her with that bone, man. New emote? Nice new emote. Poor Kazuma-sama spent his last night on Earth with an empty belly? It's just too horrible. Now I suddenly have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach. Shush! There's nothing on this table at all. The plate and the cutlery are all over the floor for some reason. Yes, it's strange. Last night when I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still... No, wait a minute. What is it? That's funny. I can't seem to remember anything about what happened after dinner at all. So then perhaps you are responsible for what happened to Kazuma-sama. No, no, no! How does what? How is that the conclusion? All right, whatever. Briefcase. That's a very large traveling case, isn't it? Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me. Ha! So it's empty then. Memories? What do you mean? Well, that's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case. Ah, yes, I see it says "this way up" in Japanese. Which in hindsight, I should have realized the foreign crewman wouldn't be able to read. I was turned over and over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in here. Oh dear. Being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds. Well, it was less painful than a Susato takedown. What? How could that be? That was a crazy takedown. Nezuko vibes? Oh yeah! This is where dear Kazuma-sama would have sat whenever he was writing. London Diary. Poor Kazuma. He didn't even make it to his destination. It looks as though the last entry is incomplete. Which means, what? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened? Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue. It says 11037. Hiya! Oof! That's out of the question. What? Kazuma-sama may have departed this world, but you must not read his private thoughts. What if it's something important? Something relevant to the case? Alright. I won't read it. What? Come on, dude! You're interrupting my investigation! Poor Kazuma-sama. I don't like prying into people's personal matters either. But in this case, isn't it the need for clues more important? God damn it. Alright, well eventually you know why? That journal is gonna be like the instant solution. It's gonna be like, oh yeah, by the way, if I don't finish this journal entry, the person who killed me is this guy. But I'm not gonna read until the end because I just got stopped by Susato here. Oh, let's talk to him actually. I want Susato to flip me in VR. A joke? I don't know if that's a joke, because I agree. Perhaps I should see what this Russian crewman makes of the scene of the crime. Excuse me? What? I was wondering how it's going. The investigation, I mean. Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes, but it is not true, I see. Sorry? The criminal asking investigator for information about his crime. Very funny. Oh, it wasn't supposed to be a joke. He doesn't appear to be laughing either. He's convinced you're guilty. He might have useful information, though. I have to keep trying. So, last night, did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? Yeah, of course not. Now get back to the corner of room and make silent. Bro, whenever I see Nyet, I just think of Honkai Impact. I say no more to you. Did I hit a nerve? Just for a minute there, you seemed a little flustered. It's Branya! It's Branya as a Russian man! I should have known! Share? No. Vent? Yeah, I knew that was sus. Okay, let's go look at... Writing is important, so is wardrobe. I'll go for wardrobe. It's some 2 weeks since we set sail from Japan. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time, Naruhodo-san? I think living isn't quite the right description. What if I was in this game? I'd probably be dead. Who wouldn't want to kill me? Oh no, I suppose not. Although, it must have been rather exciting, making this voyage in your own secret hideout. By the way, I don't know if I ever explained this, because I kind of just assume people know, but then I remember that I'm a fucking weeb who used to watch everything in Japanese. But Naruhodo literally means I see in Japanese. That's why his last name is his name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. And in Japanese, Phoenix Wright's name is Ryuichi Naruhodo, I think? So, yeah, there you go. That's why the joke is his name is Wright, but they can't make this guy's name right because he's actually Japanese, while Phoenix Wright got localized to be from the USA. Wouldn't I sue Nintendo for using my image without permission? No? Wait, you mean like they actually just put me in the game? Why? Are you insinuating there's gonna be someone who looks just like me in this game? Although it might have been rather exciting making this voyage in your own secret hideout. The trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come in. So yes, I did basically have to live in the wardrobe. And last night was no exception. But because of that, you had no idea what was happening out here in the cabin. I don't know if I have rights to my own image, like legally. I don't know how any of that works. But Nintendo, for some reason, had literally me in the game. Bro, I would use that as an opportunity to make some money. No, sadly not. And also fame. Imagine winning as... Imagine suing Nintendo and winning. Okay. What's this? This is... Yes, it's a bell cord contraption, I think. Thanks for answering my questions, Susato. What do you mean, contraption? I've read about it in a book I was studying that talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants. Really? That sounds almost magical. Shall we give it a little try? Yes, in the interest of cultural research, obviously. Pause chant? I suppose nobody comes for lowly Japanese people. No, I'm sure it's just everyone is busy, that's all. Sad. What a disappointment. I think that's some kind of... Actually, let me try something. This anti-aliasing does kind of bother me. Maybe the game will look better without it. Let's see here. Let's see here. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the lines are better jagged or like overly smooth? Any I don't know how it looks on stream, honestly, so I don't know. It might not even look that good on stream regardless. It might be unnoticeable. But it's like overly smooth with anti-aliasing. You don't know what changed? Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it's very obvious for stream. Anti-aliasing is basically it's basically like a setting that there's different methods of doing it, but the goal of it is to smooth out jaggy edges. So when there's like low resolution characters and stuff, instead of it being pixelated for curves, it'll be like smoothed out in some way. And the way this game does it is by super hyper smudging everything. Because this game used to be a 3DS game, so obviously you have to do some things to make it scale up to higher resolutions. I've been noticing it because it also freaking anti-aliases the damn text, but I don't think it matters to you guys. Like, I can try showing you guys again. But I know like I'm streaming at a lower resolution than I'm actually playing at, so... Because I'm playing at 1440p, for me. You can kind of see in the text? Yeah, like, here it is with it on. So with it on, it's like... Wait, is it on? Did I turn it on? I think I did. Did I just not notice how bad it was even with anti-aliasing until now? Yeah, I did. So yeah, it's like smudged a bit. It kind of just looks like something you would do in like Photoshop real quick. And it's not as jaggy anymore. So do you guys prefer with on or off, personally? I'm just curious. Because I can still notice stuff like this jaggy cheekbone or cheek line, but then some other parts are like smoothed out. I don't know, it seems very inconsistent. A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin. No preference for you? Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell. I would prefer it was better. If the anti-aliasing thing was a little bit better, that would be nice, but it's not. But I guess I can't complain. Things like the first... Actually, that's not the first PC port for Ace Attorney. Huh. I don't know, whatever. Regardless, isn't that a little odd? What do you mean? Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is, looks like it must connect to the next door cabin. Yes, it would appear to. You're right. But if its purpose is to allow fresh air into the room, surely it should be connected to the outside. That's true. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray don't find their way in when the seas are rough, or something like that. Wait. The ventilator, if that's what it is, looks like it connects to the next door cabin. If it's to allow fresh air, should it be connected to the outside? That's true. Okay, so what? We're just breathing each other's air? I suppose maybe that's it. I don't know if that's true or not, but whatever. Alright, here's the most important thing. But their hairstyles will be almost exactly the same, killer. Did Kazuma write that before he died? It looks like it's written in ink. He must have knocked the ink pot over from the desk when he collapsed on the floor. And I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage. Poor Kazuma-sama. No doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it. I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of a clue in his final moments, was he? I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing. I don't think that's Japanese, Naruhodo-san. What? Then what language is it? It pains me to admit it, but I don't know. It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does it mean, I wonder? Any Russian speakers in chat? What? Holy shit, where the hell did he come from? Who's that? He wasn't there a minute ago. As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be European. Maybe European. Oh, how did he... It's a Russian because he was writing it really fast? You've noticed the man too, have you? No idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks sus and tall. Sus tall. Naruhodo-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is? Well, no, I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. Did he come out of that pipe? What the fuck? He doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. Do you know what would be perfect? Replacing Eric with Master Roshi and have her simp over Myra the whole game? Wait, who the hell is Eric and Myra? I feel like I'm just like completely out of the loop with whatever you're talking about. It's just like, what? What am I reading? How? What am I not understanding here? Zero time. Okay, I haven't gone through Zero Time. Bro, I only played 999, and I don't really remember much, so I'm gonna replay all of those games eventually on stream. That's a big eventually, because I got so many fucking games lined up. Whew. Anyways. Is he investigating Kazuma's desk, or is he just playing on it? I can't tell. Well, in that case, we simply must talk with him. Am I just imagining it, or does Susato-san look almost uncontrollably excited? I love how she does the Maya poses whenever... It's like Maya talking about Steel Samurai. It's so cool how she has those fucking same exact animations almost. By the way, I expect that you've noticed already, but just in case, if you press space on people when they're in the crosshairs, you can converse with them. Okay, I've been double clicking, so I don't even do that. Let's go. I'll get that suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights and see what he has to say for himself. Oh, please do. Doesn't even know what's going. I'm not that old, okay? Oh god, you guys just reminded me my birthday's in like 4 days. When the fuck is my birthday? Friday. Okay, so I'm not even going to be streaming on my birthday, so I guess I'm good. Alright. Hey! No. You! Excuse me? I'll be turning 3? Yeah, you're right. How'd you know? Excuse me, do you have a moment? Shh! This is a critical point in my investigation. Kazuma got bodied, you borderline almost stopped playing? Bro, oh wait, you must be super far ahead then, Taco. You've been playing hard, huh? I was like they wouldn't do it again, right? They wouldn't kill the mentor again, and then they did. So fucking piece of shit. Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly. Yes, perhaps that would be for the best. Greetings, I hope I haven't kept you long. Ah! What exactly were you doing on Kazuma's desk just now? Oh, I get it. Ah, I see. Fascinating. Sorry? What do you see? It feels like he's looking right through me. I'll be turning 27. Alright. I'm turning fucking 27, god damn it. God. You just started episode 3? Damn. Oh, you're streets ahead. I guess you can hang out all the time now. Oh yes, everything is clear now. The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive. just recently returned if I'm not mistaken. Sorry? What? And now, whilst venturing towards foreign climes? Do people call climates climes or something? You find yourself in a most troubling predicament. Oh, well, that's true at least. But how? How the deuce did I know that, perhaps? It was really a most elementary deduction, hardly worth explaining. You perhaps managed to deduce anything else? But of course, a great many things. There is no mystery, my dear madame. For example, you have fled your native land of Russia, being as though you are a merciless revolutionary. You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake, and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower? And, when the beribboned occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. Oh, goddammit, you're the worst fucking... You suck! Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes. Just to be clear, you are talking about me, are you?
No, that's wrong.
Certainly I am. Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name? I don't even see one person who fits the bill. So it's true. It was you who did this to Kazuma-sama. What? And you're plotting a revolution too. It's shameful behavior, Naruto-san. Absolutely wicked. Thanks, man. I thought it was pretty cool too. Hi! God damn it. This is gonna happen a lot, isn't it? Now explain yourself. Tell me everything. This is ridiculous. How could you do it? For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary, obviously. Susato flip count 3. Maybe I should make a Susato flip count. Would the mods be willing to add that number up? Or do you guys even give a shit? If you do, I will.
No.
No? Okay. Well, that's the only person who would help. I feel like everyone else wouldn't care. You're, like, older than me? Didn't you just say I'm 7 years older than you? Like, literally 2 sentences ago? Or do you mean you're 7 years older than me? Oh, forgive me. And as for you... What kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head. Ah, but was I not right? Whilst venturing towards foreign climes, you do find yourself in a most troubling predicament, do you not? Well, yes, maybe. Ha! There you have it, you see? What do you make of that? Well, to be honest... This ship is en route to England. And I'm in handcuffs at the scene of the murder. So, I'm not really sure you could call it deduction. It's more plain, observation. Indeed, an observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles, you see. I announce my findings with a brassy certitude. And more often than not, I'm right. Ha! I don't think I don't know what the hell noise I just did there. I don't think you introduced yourself. I don't know what that noise was supposed to be. Ah, my apologies. How remiss of me. Be voiced. It's not. I'm none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women the world over. The inimitable Sherlock Holmes. So it's really you? Oh, this must be his theme. Holy shit, this theme is fucking hype. I love character themes in Ace Attorney, man. So it's really you, the actual Sherlock Holmes? I still can't believe they went for Sherlock Holmes, man. The very same, the inimitable actual Sherlock Holmes. Do you know this man, Susato-san? The most famous detective in the world? Naruhodo-san, of course I do! There's nobody who hasn't heard of him! What planet have I been living on, then? We must ask him what he's deduced. He will have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure. Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this? Hey, how's it going? Great detective. Susato-san is writing Sherlock Holmes fanfics for sure. True. I would like to read some, just just for science. So you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what was your name again? Don't say it again. Come on, man. Indeed, I am none other than the one and only Sherlock Holmes. Oh, I see. You're German? Adderlock, was it? I don't know why that got me, dude. But okay, at least they're not just like throwing this name in, bro. They're just like, all right, let's make some more jokes on top of that. No, I have no air. I mean, I have hair. Please call me Sholmes. I don't even know how to properly say it, but I know it's something like that. Airshare. You can read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication. Oh yes, Rand's magazine, full of wonderful short stories and interest articles from Great Britain. I never miss an issue. I have it sent from England especially. Yeah, wait. Oh my god! I just realized! Susato is like a fucking, this is an actual thing that happens in Japan, right? She's basically like the equivalent of a weeb, except towards, like, I guess specifically Britain. She's like the weeb equivalent. I don't know what the fuck the name is for that anymore. I used to know. Yes, here it is. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. So, you're the protagonist in a series of short stories, then? Indeed I am. And you've read so many of your own stories, you've started to think you really are a detective. Make no mistake, I'm not the poor, deluded fellow you take me for. This guy has such a good theme! Bro, I love this this fucking theme, dude! Your inference is backward. Backward? My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in the magazine. You have a biographer, do you? Isn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London. Dr. Wilson? I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. That fucking pose when he does that, yo. It's so funny to me. You know who else was attractive? Yeah. Fucking ouchie. That balding. Why, this very moment I am returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of a cursed royal crown. Really, I can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not. Do you even know how Ryunosuke looks? Actually, can I even show you? Because I don't think you've only seen his hands, right? Yes? How? Do they show his face? Oh, you actually looked up him looking like Daichi. Oh, I totally misunderstood. Yeah, here he is. Wait, what? I don't have a picture of myself? What kind of shit-ass game is this? Anyways. I knew about him before this game. Okay. Now I understand your Daichi reference. Deduction, you see, is to me a science. Logical reasoning in its purest form. A science? Really? The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in a subject. Okay, so you're a polo. A furtive glance, a twitch. Yo, that's where we are! Wow, they called us out! Of a muscle. A slight inclination of the posture. Fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows in the skin. All these things are data. Right. And the trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago, how can you look me in the eye and claim that? So you see, I have a turn both for observation and for deduction, and fame. That is what makes me the one and only, Sherlock Holmes. Wow, that was all one fucking thing. Yeah, we're definitely twitching muscles, you know what I'm saying? We all buff. Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet? Have I managed to deduce anything? My dear fellow! Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in his most cunning hiding place? That's right. It was none other than the great detective before you now, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Ah, I see. In other words, God fucking damn, we get it, alright? Yeah, handcuffs. I mean, these now because of him. Is he Edgeworth's ancestor? Yeah, that'll be kind of interesting. If they made Edgeworth's ancestor fucking Sherlock Holmes. When I became anxious about Kazuma-sama this morning, I summoned all of the crew members to force the cabin door open. And I concealed myself among their number, gaining entry into the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective, Sherlock Holmes, was on board. And the handcuffs seemed to be an excellent fit, Mr. Naruhodo. The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, 2 facts were immediately apparent to me. Oh really? 2 facts, you say? 2 facts! Oh, come... Alright, whatever. 2 facts! Mr. Holmes, tell us, please! Yeah, I know it's literally it's supposed to be Sherlock Holmes in Japan, yeah. But, apparently licensing is much more annoying here, so they just didn't risk it. Mr. Holmes, tell us, please! What 2 facts were apparent to you when you came into this cabin this morning? Yes, but first, let's be precise. The 2 facts in question were immediately apparent to me. Yes, I understand, but what were they? Allow me to elucidate.
That means shed light on the matter. I sometimes know words.
The 2 facts that I deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows. Number 1, the cabin was locked from within, rendering escape for the culprit out of the question. Number 2, the victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance. Hold on, Mr. Holmes, what made you think the victim was Russian? Observe the dying message left by the victim on the floor. Is this plot twist going to be he's actually fucking Russian? It says, that is the Russian word for wardrobe. Do you really think Kazuma-sama could have left a dying message in Russian? In their final moments, many find their native tongue filling their heads for this young man, Russian. Kazuma was Russian, was he? More like Russian to write something else. Initially, I considered Garderobe may be the name of a killer. Certain Robert Guard, perhaps. But in the interest of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong to not to look inside the wardrobe there at least. Obviously the actual killer was Russian and didn't know what else to write. Where you found Mr. Naruhodo sleeping soundly? Quite so, I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer. Why is it that I'm Russian too? Because he's Russian to solve this. I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. And if my memory serves, that outfit is the traditional dress of the Russian people. What? Our school uniforms are the traditional dress of the Russian people? I had no idea. And I had no idea a detective could get something so wrong. I took a photograph of the victim and the message that I might analyze for possible hidden details. Yep, that's definitely a dead Kazuma. This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered, before the body was removed. Yes, Kazuma had already been taken away when I woke up. He's Russian to conclusions? Yeah, I know. This is the first time I've actually seen him like this. Wait! Oh my god, even his headband died! I thought if he was dead, his headband would still be flowing. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, yes, thank you. The photograph of the crime scene has been entered into the court record. Can I ask you something, Mr. Holmes? What, pray? You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all that. Ah, yes, the train of reasoning that led me to the truth. Would you mind explaining that train of reasoning to me, do you think? What did you just say? Certainly, if it interests you. How many times... Not Russian. I don't speak Russian. Deduction just now. Can we talk about your deduction before? The things you concluded about me, I mean? Ah, the now famously accurate, troubling predicament you find yourself in. Actually, it was the other details that I was more hoping to discuss. You know, the merciless Russian revolutionary and assassin of 16 part? 16? The 16th student hidden somewhere within the ship? Ah, yes. The more sordid details, it was a fairly commonplace deduction. here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads, Revolutionary Villain Bolshevik. His name is Villain? Flees Russia via Shanghai. This vessel made a port call at Shanghai yesterday, and last night the young Russian was murdered.
Yes!
Since when was Kazuma Russian? It sounds like Mr. Sholmes has concluded that he was Russian because of what Kazuma summoned on the floor. It was a simple act of reasoning to realize that the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary, one who would kill the very man who helped him to escape after his true identity was discovered. That's true. I would love to see Godot's fucking ancestor, man. That'd be awesome. Yes, you villain Bolshevik. No. How could it be me? Okay, guys, what does Bolshevik mean in Russian? Is this gonna be a fucking joke? Every name is a damn joke in this game. That's it. Actually, I don't know if I can even search it up without, like, progressing the game by accident. Oh, okay. It doesn't mean anything. Or maybe I didn't type it right. Alright, never mind. It doesn't mean shit. So I don't fucking know, man. Bolshevik Revolution? That might relate to something. Wait, what did he say that insulted Ryunosuke? How could it be me? I don't look anything like this man. Let's look at his face. Oh, okay, that's alright. That's what you're talking about. Well, you are a fearsome revolutionary after all. Therefore, you have no doubt learned to revolutionize your appearance as well. Please. And I might add, your name does not appear in the ship's passenger list. Need I say more? Well, that's because I am a stowaway. What if Goto was a coffee machine? What an ancestry. What about the other details? The 16 victims of assassination and blowing up the Crystal Tower? Bro, isn't the Crystal Tower from Final Fantasy? What the fuck is that? Yes, the journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all of those particulars in the article. The deeds the man perpetrated thus far and those he is plotting. Yes, everything about this revolutionary Bolshevik was included. There can be no mistake. Do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with the newspaper reporters, I wonder? And what about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan? What are you saying, Taco? Also quite clearly stated here in the article. Bolshevik has recently returned after a period of subversive activities in a war-torn region of Afghanistan. Where even is it anyway? This Afghanistan place. Here, take this paper. Take the paper for yourself, as a memento of this great deduction. Oh, thank you. I've absorbed all that is of interest to me within its pages, but I see no rubbish bin nearby. You just call me a rubbish bin? This man is like fucking destroying me. And you may find the article on the back page of interest as well. On the back? Cast your eye over it sometime if the interest takes you, though you may need someone to interpret. Oh yeah? I can figure this out. I don't need this shit. It's all written in Russian. That's not gonna stop me. She's hot! I'm interested. Okay. This is interesting. See? What did I say? Ryunosuke knows what's up. Have you found something relevant, Naruhodo-san? Well, no, I mean, it looks like it might be interesting. I can't read a single word, I'm afraid. No, nor can I. But look at this picture. True. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess. Do you think? She's very pretty, isn't she? Unrealistic expectations. She is very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this, do you? I don't know. I can't make any sense of it. Ah, I'm glad you've noticed this article. Ah! Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents. Oh, thank you. He pops up everywhere, this Mr. Sholmes. It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich? Is it Novovich or Novovic? I don't know how to pronounce these things. Ballet disappears from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She's, of course, the talented young Nikolina Pavlova. Wait. Pavlova response. Why are Russian names so hard to remember? It would appear that the woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room. Wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured, which is worth some 20,000 rubles. The fuck are rubles? Oh, how much is 20,000 rubles? I have no idea, but I'm quite sure it must be an unbelievable sum of money. Susato-san's eyes are shining like diamonds, like themselves. Is she also really into money? The tiara is the property of the Novovich ballet. Fucking ballet, holy shit. It would seem the director is beside herself with worry. Yes, I'm not surprised. The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova. I just realized you guys can't even see this guy's face. And the valuable tiara. There, now you can see the face, Sucrose. They've requested international assistance at all ports, with sailings to Great Britain. I like how they're still dancing on his head. Could this be another case of a Russian fleeing his or her country? It does seem to be the Russian thing to do. What? What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Hello? I'm not even going to dignify that with a response, Mr. Naruhodo. Alright. There's nothing else important here, right? I mean, I could look at this, but do I care? Hey, it says arrow here. Whoops, I didn't mean to click that. Alright, let's click this. I'm afraid I can't read a word of Russian. No, me neither. I have no idea what any of this says. The pair of you floundering is a sorry. Holy shit. I can't read! The pair of you floundering is a sorry sight. Allow me to offer some assistance. The article on the front page of this newspaper is concerned with a fearsome Russian revolutionary. It reads, Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. Yes, you told us that before. It reveals also that those who see the man's beard with their own eyes never live to tell the tale. Oh my goodness, he is fearsome! Well, presumably the newspaper photographer was alright, wasn't he? The solution is obvious, of course. If he despises his beard to that degree, he can only shave it off. I'm not quite sure that's the problem, Mr. Sholmes. God damn it, Mr. Sholmes. Wow, I got the... Wait. They really gave me the same item twice, but one of them is the backside? Alright, whatever. We don't... Oh my god! Oh wait, I forgot. This game has autosave, so I guess it's fine. But you know, just in case... Just in case! Alright. This is all... It's all written in Russian. I couldn't hope to read it. But I suppose it wouldn't hurt just to glance at the article. Already did it, game! Maybe there might be a picture or two. What you were just investigating? Before we started talking, you were examining Kazuma's desk, weren't you? Kazuma? Ah, yes, the victim. Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all? Observe for a moment the desktop of the victim. Wow, he has a desktop computer? We see that the victim was engaged in penning some text. London Diary. Kazuma was keeping notes of the trip. Ah, but... Don't get flipped! I don't think you should read his private writings. It could upset people. The music does fucking slap. Holy shit. Tragic. And something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading. You mean you've read it already? It is my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not. I know a smattering of Japanese. Oh, I see. Nani? Well, you're about to know that what a Susato takedown is. She's not doing anything! Hey look, it's the next Smash character. Who, me? What's up, Dor? Long time no see! How are you? How are you, Dor? Dude, if Ace Attorney rap, I would take that. I'd take that. Susato-san, aren't you going to throw the detective with one of your trademark takedowns? I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san. What on earth do you mean? Life is so unfair. Anyway, to return to the matter at hand, namely this diary belonging to the victim. Yo, this is bias. It would appear... Is it because I'm not a tall, hot Briton guy? I'm doing great. Just been focusing on the important shit, you know? Yeah, that's good, man. I'm glad to hear that. I still have that bot? Oh, hell yeah, I do. That bot will never leave. It will be there forever. And ever. And ever. It would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author were cut short. Why is that red? Did he actually get cut short, like with a knife? Tell me, what is the nature of the writing? Pray be precise as to details. Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese? A smattering, dear boy, a smattering. Sayonara, bonsai, mikado, nado. I trust you're suitably impressed. But this diary is littered with complicated-looking characters, of which I can read precisely not. Wait, he didn't read shit. I'm gonna do it before you guys do. This is so perfect. It's so perfect! So what was all that showing off about before then? If you would be so kind as to show me, I would be happy to read it to you, Mr. Sholmes. I'm much obliged, my dear madame. The final entry here is Kazuma-sama's diary. In Kazuma-sama's diary consists of just 2 short sentences. The first reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. A whistling sound? These are very deep waters. Pray, go on. The second sentence reads, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Speckled band? What on earth does that mean? I have no idea. I never heard that expression before. The ventilator grill, you say? The man is presumably referring... Yes, to that. To the lattice there on the wall, which connects to the adjoining cabin. Yes, the adjoining cabin. So, I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being, at least. Ah, do you have somewhere to go? As it happens, the victim's writings in his diary have piqued my interest. The matter warrants further investigation, I believe. If I'm still too long, the seasickness takes hold. Oh, I suppose. You're thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to? Great detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at stagnation. We crave mental exaltation. That's an exhilaration. What the fuck? The vent. Elementary, my dear Yonosuke. So yes, I intend to investigate. Hence the truth will become clear soon enough. Do you think perhaps we could go with you? No. That would be somewhat complicated. What? But why? A simple glance at your wrist would reveal the answer. Oh, these. After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter. No. There's no point in trying to turn it to a question. I'll try to stop by a little more often when I can. Hey man, whatever you can do, whatever you want to do. I also totally understand that people just like kind of grow out of their watching streams or watching specific streamers phases and stuff like that. I totally get that. If you want to hang out, you're more than welcome to, man. You're always welcome. What have you been playing and stuff these days? If you've been playing stuff. You're the one who decided I was the culprit in the first place. Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. What? You must be joking. You just said it only a moment ago. No, I said suspect. Dear me, you are clearly misguided. I would have no cause to say such a thing. Well, actually, Mr. Sholmes, I did hear you say that too. You're quite sure? Well, that's very strange. I wouldn't have said you had the face of a criminal, you know. Not really. So, what? Were you trying to look at my knees before? Some great detective you are. Well, anyway, that was then and this is now. I thought I was going to make a suspect reference. What the fuck is this shit? What do you mean? What I mean, sir, is this. On the girl and gaining independence? That sounds like a good step. I mean, a good mission plan. Hey, what's up, Glitch? If you are the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. Ah ha 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 ha! Ah ha 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 ha! Now he's just being plain rude. You finally got power after being out all day and night? You survived, man! You did it! And off he goes, having just laughed in my face. His sense of humor is as twisted as his name. Naruhodo-san, what are you just standing there for? Hmm? We must go and investigate the cabin next door as well. Aren't you forgetting something? What about these? Yeah, what about... You forgot the... Did she break them? By taking me down? After Kazuma spent his dying moments struggling to live with a clue, you're willing to give up? You're just gonna roll over and accept your fate? Oh, never mind. She didn't break the cuffs at all. As if you gave me any choice in the rolling over part. I think we still have some investigation to finish off in here first, don't we? Let's carry on and examine what we can in this cabin while we wait for a chance to slip next door. Susato flip count 4. Was that actually only 4 so far? Damn. The situation doesn't look good for me, but there are still things I can do to help myself. And I owe it to Kazuma to do everything I can to find a way out of this. And bring the real culprit to justice. Alright, what else do I have to see in here? Oh, this thing? What is that? What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. Whatever this thing was, it appears to have broken clean in two. Well, actually, the thing snaps in two. The glass is a beautiful color. It looks like a cute little Natsuke fastener from a kimono outfit. I entirely know what that is. I'm not sure that sounds like Kazuma. He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him. Would he? And the mark beside it, what is it, I wonder? It has a sort of brick-like hue. Yes, you're right. It is the color of brick, isn't it? Even though I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else in the cabin. I've already seen that, and I guess it's this lock we gotta look at. I was kind of looking at that during the conversation. He stopped that hard? Yeah, he might be. When I went for help and the crewman forced the door open, this bolt had been firmly closed. It's quite a small bolt and not particularly sturdy, and it just slides across to secure the door shut. But still, with the door bolted, there would be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. It's no wonder everyone suspects me. When she glares at me like that, I feel tense all up and down my spine. I remember reading once in a detective novel. The culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt outside from across the room in a situation like this. Oh, you just have a book in your sleeve? What the fuck? Yes, that is a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself. But the door of this cabinet and its frame are made of metal, and they seal together perfectly. There would be no possibility of using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid. When she glares at me like that, I feel pins and needles all up and down my spine. Susato's great. What the fuck? Oh shit, look who it is! Hey, look who it is! Catalyst user Susato, true. That is true. She uses knowledge to kill people. Oh, look over there. It's the best character in the game, everybody! The crewman, you mean? He wasn't there before, was he? That's what I thought. Why don't we try talking to him? Probably because I'm likely to get yelled at again, but I suppose I could try. I'm so happy I was right about him showing up in different costumes through the game. I'm so happy. What's up, dude? Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san? Oh, no, it's just that a crewman standing by the door. Shut up, Chocobo. Shut, okay? God damn it. God damn it. I can't help feeling like I've seen him somewhere before. Oh, yes, you're right. He does look familiar. I'll leave then? No, stay. You can stay while shutting up, okay? That's a good compromise. Excuse me, sir. Yes, what can I do for you? Oh, look who... Is he still gonna cough blood, though? Is he still dead? I recognize that face, but it can't be. Okay. Okay. It is! I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hosonaga. Hello again. What are you doing here? I think that should be my line. I was so stunned when I saw you, my heart stopped. Nearly stopped, I hope. Nearly stopped, I hope. I received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew and board this ship. Again? You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector. Yeah, I'm glad your power and stuff's back now, Glitch. Is everything, like, okay now in general, or you guys got some cleanup to do? If there's anything I can do to help you, please ask. I never expected to see this man on board, but perhaps his presence can help me out of this hopeless situation. Hey, what's up, dude? Special orders. So what are your special orders this time, Inspector? Yes, and why are you dressed as a member of the crew? I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I take full responsibility. For what? My orders were to act as Asogi-san's bodyguard. Damn. It was Minister of Justice Jigoku who pushed for this overseas study tour to go ahead. And he entrusted me with ensuring that Asogi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated. Assassinated? How could that even been a possibility? I'm not sure. But these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Minister Jigoku said we should be prepared for all eventualities. This is incredible. I don't believe it. Kazuma-san was assassinated? Obviously, we couldn't give Asogi-san a visible security escort. Which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew. I see. I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been on board. From morning until night, every day. But I never imagined it would happen here, inside his own cabin. Not here on the first-class deck. I failed miserably at my assignment, and Asogi-san is dead as a result. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize, Inspector. So if there's anything at all that I can do to help now, just say the word. We're doing what we can to investigate Kazuma's death ourselves. I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer. Of course not! We'd really like to investigate the cabin next door. Yes, so we need to be allowed out of this cabin. That was the wrong voice. I'm sorry. What? You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety. If you move to even touch the handle of the cabin door. That stormy-looking seaman over there, seaman, would surely snap your neck in two. Actually, the neck snaps in two. I suppose I'm not just a stowaway now. They think I'm a murderer as well. Would it be possible to give me something to work with, do you think? I'm going to need something persuasive. What do you mean? If I had a solid reason why the next door cabin should be investigated, for example, I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to. But I don't see how... There may be a way. What? Really? Think of how you tried to persuade me of your innocence, Naruhodo-san, by presenting me with a piece of evidence that you already had in your possession. Evidence? It's just the same as when you were in court. You must have done it many times during your trial. Simply select the present panel and choose some evidence that Inspector Hosonaga could use. So, evidence that would give us a viable reason to investigate the next door cabin, is it? Alright, yes. I think I might know what we can use. Let's see if I can present something. What the hell do I use? What do I use? This? The diary that says the Speckled Band? Yeah, it's probably this one, actually. Actually, let's examine it first. Never mind, I don't need to examine this. Wait, how do I present it? Wait, how do I present it? Oh, I go over here. Ah, there we go. Take that! No. No. Take that! What? I didn't say it? What's that? That's Kazuma's diary. Just before he died, Kazuma-sama wrote something rather strange in his diary. Strange? In what way? He wrote, what looks like some kind of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band. That is strange. Yes, we're still trying to work out what he meant by that. But what I'd like to know is... Don't tell me. The ventilator, is it? You're very astute, Inspector. The ventilator clearly joins the next door cabin. That's right. So if we could investigate in there, we might be able to work out what the speckled band was. Alright then. I can't leave this cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port. The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime. You see? I'll have to entrust the... It's the band, like in the title... Wait, the title card mentioned a band. I can't remember what the title card was. What was it? I'll have to entrust the investigation to you. Really? You're willing to do that? Yes, as long as you don't leave the first-class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove those handcuffs, though. But what about the captain? Aren't you going against his direct orders? True, dude. I'm a man of my word. A dying man of my word. And I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. After all, I failed to keep Asogi-san safe. This is the least I can do. Thank you. Let's seize the moment then, Naruhodo-san. Let's select move and maybe we can leave this cabin at last. Move, alright. Let's see what we can find out. Finally, we can press the move button. The game is expanding to us. We can now go to the passageway that connects the first-class cabin on the SS Borean! Look at that huge-ass mousetrap, man. Ooh, I'm finally out of that cabin. I have to admit, this isn't quite what I was expecting. It's less spacious out here than I thought it would be. And this is the most luxurious accommodation. Yes, indeed. Kazuma-sama was being sent on this study tour by the government. Demon rat. They got some crazy demon rats in here. That's why he was being put up in a first-class cabin. Even still, this is about twice as large as my accommodation in the steerage. Really? That must be awful. Oh, look over there. That's another crewman keeping watch. And he looks enormous, even if he's sitting down. The door next to him leads to the second-class accommodation. I suppose he's making sure that no one comes in here who shouldn't. I suppose. Like people in handcuffs. Naruhodo-san, you look like a little boy who was visiting a toy shop for the first time. I would have thought you'd be used to this ship by now. We've been at sea for 2 weeks already. Well, yes, I know, but the thing is, I was inside Kazuma's trunk when I first came aboard. And ever since then, I've been shut up inside that little wardrobe. It must have been a very trying time for you. Please, don't give me that pitying look. Anything to look at in here? It's very quiet. Ship section. Let's see how big this ship is. This looks like a plan of the SS Borea! It shows each deck. Look. The Borea is a large-scale steamship with a triple-skinned hull. What a marvel of engineering. Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually, but how is it that such a huge lump of metal doesn't just sink to the bottom of the ocean? Oh, that's really quite simple, Naruhodo-san. Is it? There's no music here. It's just a quiet spot. Well, consider the Japanese archipelago. You can only hear an engine buzzing in the background if you listen carefully. I don't know how loud it is on stream. The islands of Japan? Yes, they're not metal, but they are enormous lumps of earth, many, many times larger than this ship. And they don't sink, do they? They've been floating. That's not how it works. Those things are literally coming out of the ground, dummy. There's always an archipelago? Yeah, true. Golden Apple Archipelago. They've been floating happily on the sea since the gods created them. Well, I suppose so. Ship protocols. That's a huge book on top of the table there. And there's a pen next to it. Yes, that is... Maybe that's where Penn Island... Maybe it shows us where Penn Island is. Yes, that looks like the ship's log. Should we have a little look through it? The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded. You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. And... nothing, no reaction at all. I thought he might appreciate the compliment. I'm not sure that rough and ready is much of a compliment, Naruhodo-san, even to a sailor. Anyway, last night's log is mostly blank. Presumably that means there was nothing to report. Greetings, Professor! Nothing to report. Door. Hey look, it's the guy who just visited us on stream. That's the way to the second-class area of the ship. Is something wrong? I was thinking about making a run for it. Just for a moment. Things aren't exactly going well for me. I might be wrong, but I imagine the moment you reach for the handle of the door, that burly seaman would surely shoot you dead. What seaman? Oh dear, I'm sorry. Perhaps I went a little too far there. No, I started it with my talk of running away. And there's no way I could run away while Kazuma's death remains a mystery anyway. This light's off. That's sus, dude. Let me click it. Ooh, a fire alarm. Seamen are the men you see? True. Oh shit, we can look at the mouse trap. Ah, a trap for catching mice. Yes, we have plenty of those back home in Japan. Although they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait. Let me see. Yes, I think that's what it's called. Cheese. It's made from the milk of cows. Cheese. I wonder what that tastes like. You can't eat it, Naruhodo-san. The trap will snap shut on your fingers. Really? But... I suppose you're right. You weren't actually going to try it, were you? All I've had to eat for the past couple of weeks is Kazuma's leftovers. You don't know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe. Poor you. I'll find a little snack for you later. Yeah, that's where we came from, right? First class cabin number 1. Yes, that's our cabin. Not our cabin. It's Kazuma-sama's. Sorry. Your accommodation is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin. You know how to make a stowaway feel small, don't you? As small as the wardrobe I've been calling home. These cabins are the finest on the ship. My own cabin is in steerage is numbered 539, by the way. 500 and... How many cabins are there? What do you think this is? It's a very pleasing shape, isn't it? Yeah, 'cause it looks like a booba! That's the emergency alarm. It's probably best not to touch it. Oh, an alarm. It says, press only in times of emergency. It looks as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship, and brings the vessel to a complete stop. Oh, this I have to see. What are you doing, Naruhodo-san? You mustn't touch it! But this is an emergency situation. Look at these handcuffs! You know full well that's not what the alarm is for. If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an even worse situation. I wish everything would just stop. The ship included. If you have to do something foolish, at least make it something that doesn't affect anyone else. Alright, let's go in here. This is where we're supposed... Oh no, I didn't talk to the guy! Oh, I forgot to talk to the guy in the corner! Ah, shit, I forgot about him. Alright, hopefully... Ah, god damn it. This is it. This is the cabin next to ours. The one the ventilator connects to. Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging. Good night, Sucrose. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you had a good time. Sleep well. Maybe whoever's in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. Oh, he wants to talk to me. Hey, what's up, chest? Wait, Sucrose, come back. It's the body type you like. Oh, excuse me. We need to get inside this cabin here. Get off my screen, you goddamn fruit fly! The sailor's eyes speak volumes. They're clearly saying, keep out. That's what I wrote on the sign we put over in the wardrobe doors. Although this man's version is definitely more effective. Yeah, I guess being in handcuffs isn't that bad of a situation. Doesn't look like he's gonna let us pass. That's a problem. So now we gotta talk to him. Excuse me, but can I ask you something?
You little stowaway murderer!
That wasn't a good start, was it? Alright, let me try instead. Good day, Mr. Sailor. I'm so sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask something of you?
You little third-class ladies' maid?
Oh. We seem to have caught the sailor on a bad day, Susato-san.
I am not sailor. My mother gave me name. I am senior crewman, beef stroganoff.
Okay, that I'm pretty sure is a fucking food. I'm pretty sure that's actually just the food. Like beef stroganoff. You son of a bitch. Oof. Best thing just avoid eye contact, I think. Mr. Stroganoff, about this first-class cabin area.
Here we are in finest part of Buria steamship for very important persons.
What sort of very important blah, blah.
Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret, many important persons. That is why I am always guarding this place.
Gosh, that's amazing.
But somehow I let stupid stowaway inside. I want to pick you up and throw you in the ocean, but Stroganoff is not animal.
Thank you. If I may, I was wondering, is the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's currently occupied? Is that da? Or ya? Or whatever the fuck you say? How I don't even pronounce it? Susato-san, did you understand that? It sounded like da. I think it's probably Russian for yes. Or no. Genius.
It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation.
Well, it sounded like there's somebody in the next door cabin at least. Yes, it's tantalizing. Could you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's?
His name is Mr. Grimsby Roylott. He is very important Western gentleman.
A Western gentleman?
Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with murder of student boy.
How can you be so sure about that?
Mr. Roylott is authentic Western gentleman. Such a man would have no interest in lowly student from insignificant Far East islands.
That was harsh. Could you tell us when Mr. Roylott came aboard?
That is not your business.
Come to think of it, even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now, and I've been in Kazuma's cabin the entire time, I've never once heard anything from the next door cabin, or even felt like there's anyone here. Well, presumably, since this gentleman is occupying one of the first-class cabins, he must be rather important. Is that right?
That is not your business.
Are you on watch here all the time, Seaman Stroganoff?
Ah, all time. So criminals like you cannot come in or get out.
I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all?
It is sad. It is sad about student boy.
Were you on watch last night as well?
Of course.
Did you notice anything at that time? Anything unusual? Susato-san? Did you understand that? Is that niet? Okay, niet, or whatever? It was clearly a no! I saw nothing unusual, nothing at all. You didn't hear any strange noises, or sense anything was wrong in some way?
I said no!
Sorry. He looked to the side, though. I'm not so sure. I could have sworn that he wouldn't catch my eye for a moment there. Yeah, I saw that too.
This is enough. I cannot say more now. Oh. It is time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin. Yes, all right. Bulkhead to second class area is staying locked at all times. You escape when the lobster whistles on top of mountain, or as English say, when the pigs fly. Yes, I understand. Good. Now we can investigate this area properly, shall we? Definitely. So is she not sus of me anymore? Is that what is going on here? Oh. Wow, there's actually a hint now saying we should continue investigating places. That's actually really useful. Because sometimes in the previous games you just have to guess and check everything. And it was really annoying. You have to like backtrack everything because you were just stuck in investigating. That book on top of the table there really is huge. There's a pen with it too. Yes, I'm sure that's the ship's log. Shall we have a little look through it? The writing is so... Oh, well, this is the same shit! Why was there no check mark on this? Anyway, look here. Last night's log is mostly blank. Presumably that means there was nothing to report. Okay, now there's a check... What the fuck? Why? Dumbass game? Alright. I guess we just gotta look at this door again. Pretty sure. Pretty sure that's all we need to do. Yeah, okay. This is it. This is the cabin next to ours. The one the ventilator connects to. Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging. Maybe whoever's in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. No answer. We're out of luck, it seems. There's no one in there to help with our inquiries. How annoying. Ah! What was that? Came from inside the cabin. It's a high-pitched scream. It must have been a woman. Okay, whenever they say that, it's gonna be a fucking man or some shit. If they ever point that out. Stand aside. I'm about to break the door down. Mr. Sholmes? I shan't be stopped. When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking doors off their hinges. Please, wait, Mr. Sholmes. The door doesn't appear to be bolted. It doesn't. Then how the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What, pray, can I kick? I think we should go in. I think there's no time to think about stress relief. SS Uria! First class cabin number 2. Uh-oh, I know this guy. Who are you? A Western gentleman? This man looks Russian to me. It's Santa Claus! Yes, we heard a woman scream. A woman? Don't be absurd. As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin. True, this old man does appear to be the only person in here. But in that case, who just screamed? Get out, all of you, now! Please excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Grimsby Roylott, I believe. Yes, that's me. And you are... I am the one and only, the actual Herlock Sholmes. You've heard of me, no doubt. No. I mean, there's a show where... There's a movie where Santa is Russian. Which one was that? I don't remember, but there is definitely a movie where Santa has a Russian accent. I'm a great detective among great detectives. One who adorns the covers of popular magazines, no less. So I assure you, you may trust me completely. This man uses that magazine like a business card. Detective? I do not trust detectives. I distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time. So might I be so bold as to ask what you to open that small traveling case? What? Don't be stupid! How could anyone fit in a small trunk like that? Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk. Don't look at me. Wait. Oh my! Did you see that, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, the case just shook. Leave now. Otherwise, I'll call the steward. So this is Kazuma's neighbor, Mr. Grimsby Roylott. There's no doubt about it. This strange Russian man is hiding something. I couldn't agree more. Let's see if we can find some clues before that burly sailor returns. Oh Okay, dude. Man's just doing what he wants to do. That's cool. Hey, this thing's shaking too. What do you think you're doing? Ah! This is my cabin. Get out! Could we just have a quick look inside your traveling case, perhaps? No! What a pity. I think we're out of luck. I think you're right. There doesn't appear to be anything more we can do. I agree, but there may be someone else who can help. Perhaps that great detective could get somewhere with Mr. Roylott. Hey you, get somewhere. Do you have a moment, please, Mr. Sholmes? You need only address me as Sholmes. That's what I just did, isn't it? Well, Mr. Sholmes, what were you doing in there? Why, I was resting, of course. Resting? Indeed. I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe whilst waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my great powers of detection into service. Oh! It would seem that the hour is upon us now. The time has come. Am I mistaken? Well, no, actually, you're spot on. For once. Observe closely. It looks like you didn't miss out on too much. Our Russian host in this cabin, Mr. Roylott, is clearly trying to hide something. And do you know what is the most effective weapon to use against a Russian hiding a secret? Why, the truth, of course. Though it should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusively for Russians. Right. Can you imagine how the Russian will react when the secret he guards so closely is exposed? Would you like to witness it? Oh yes, please. New game mechanic? Well then, what you are about to see may well astound you. For I am about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Could this man be a more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you? What? From time to time, it occurs to me. Is the fellow dubious on the account of his Russianness, or Russian on account of his dubiousness? Man, everybody's so casually racist 200 years ago. Makes sense. I really don't think that either of those things should be occurring to you. Or anyone. That's right, and Mr. Sholmes. I know this man's beard and dark glasses are hard to ignore, especially on his first meeting, but I once read, it is a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. It biases the judgment. Shh, I must have complete silence. What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that? Ah, just as I thought. Yes, I have quite made up my mind now. There can be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Mr. Roylott, I've reached two incontrovertible conclusions. What do you mean? Number one, your true identity is that of a villain. Using those shears, you are about to end the existence of something most dear. Welcome back, killer. Are you not? Huh. And number two, the other conclusion I have drawn, you are, at this very moment no less, in the midst of committing the most grievous crime. With that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realize you have been discovered. Is it not? Ah. Oh, Naruhodo-san, I never imagined I would witness one of Mr. Sholmes' great deductions with my own eyes. That was a great deduction. Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes. In a single glance, he can deduce all there is to know about a person. What? What ineffable twaddle? True! Oh yes, I've read about it countless times in the adventures of Herlock Sholmes, and now I've experienced the astonishing impact of his great deduction firsthand. This is like a dream come true. I can hardly believe it, but all the color has drained from Mr. Roylott's face. Looks like somehow both of Mr. Sholmes' conclusions were right. How? How could you? How could I possibly know such things? You wish to say? Very well then. I shall elucidate.
I shall explain how it was that I arrived at this pair of conclusions. So do I cordially invite you upon a journey of logical discovery. Let us board the train of reasoning. Put plainly, let us work through my deductions together. The Great Deduction. The game is afoot. Topic 1. Old man's identity. Conclusion? Nothing yet. So, the dubious-looking Russian Mr. Roylott, obviously. What catches the eye in the first place is the enormous pair of shears in your hands. Now, we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us right in the face. You are on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Now, moving on. The question then begged is this. Why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard, Mr. Roylott? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper, in particular the fascinating front-page article, which, it would appear, you have read also, Mr. Roylott. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. Wait, this doesn't look like him at all. In translation, the headline reads, Revolutionary Villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. I just remembered something. There is something I remember minorly spoiling thanks to E3's fucking trailer for this game. I'm pretty sure it was like this scene in a bit, but then I quickly tuned out of it as soon as possible, as soon as I realized it's fucking spoilers. But I think I know what's gonna happen here. In translation, okay. As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. In short, your true identity is beyond doubt. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, Villain Bolshevik. Not that I've heard of you myself, you understand. A revolutionary on the run. Topic 2, wrongdoing. Now, as for my second conclusion, you are at this very moment on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime, over there. Oh yes, Mr. Roylott. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. And I assure you, the eye speaks so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. It is time, I think, the case be opened and its contents laid bare. No, I refuse! What could you possibly be concealing inside, we ask? By my estimation, a young lady, perhaps, one slight enough to fit therein. Don't be absurd. And what, pray, would be the identity of this young lady on the traveling case? Dear me. We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless coup d'oeil betrays you. Once again, we need only follow your furtive plans to find the answer. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your traveling case can equally be found in the pages of this newspaper. For there is another, most stimulating article. The actor girl, right? If we turn from the fleeing revolutionary to the back page, renowned ballerina. Ballerina of Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. The headline can lead us to but one conclusion. Your crime is that of abduction, and according to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova. That concludes Herlock Sholm's great deduction of this Russian enigma, Alimensky. Okay. Elemensky. Alright, get it. Alright, dude. Susato-san, that wasn't one of the great deductions I've been hearing so much about, was it? Well, stories are full of Mr. Sholmes' brilliant deductions, you know. But that did seem a little different somehow. Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes, could you come over here a moment? I'm pretty sure I gotta pick apart the parts where there was exclamation marks, maybe? Pray, what can I do for you? It's about your deductions. Would you mind? Not at all. Go on. Well, to start with, there's this newspaper article. I think we had the same discussion before, but... These two men look nothing like each other. Ah, yes, I recall our discussion earlier. At the time, I believe I told you... The man is a revolutionary, well able to revolutionize his own appearance. In fairness to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Rolla does look more like this man than you do. That's not the point. And another thing, the part about him abducting the ballerina. Indeed, a truly startling revelation. At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate a young woman. Not just at a first glance, it is too small, clearly. You'd be lucky to fit a 5-year-old child into that case. You'd be pushed really hard. Oh yeah, it does feel like logic chess from Investigations 2, right? I don't suppose the missing ballerina is a 5-year-old child, is she? You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15. No, I didn't know. How could I? Well, if she's 15, then 10 years worth of her would be poking out from the case. Some years ago, I read something pertinent, I believe. A troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain lethalness in their bodies. Vinegar. For such a sour bunch, it would certainly be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines of that small case. Oh dear. You might be thinking of contortionists in the circus, Mr. Sholmes. This whole thing is turning into a circus. Mr. Naruhodo, something's occurred to me about Mr. Sholmes' deductions just now. I think his powers of observation are, well, magical. His eyes cut to the heart of the matter almost instantly. It's just where he directs his attention and his logic that seems a little off. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. He notices really crazy things, but his fucking connections suck. I guess that's why we gotta team up. Your idea of maybe a little off itself, Mr. Sato. Oh, Mr. Sato, what the fuck. There's one or two keywords in his deduction that seem to let him down. So I was wondering if we might perhaps tactfully switch them for alternatives? What do you think? Switch some keywords in his deductions. Yes, but very tactfully. I feel sure if we could do that, we'd unlock the true genius of Mr. Sholmes' great deduction. Precisely the thought that was going through my own mind. This man is a lot of work. At times, I wonder how anyone puts up with me. It's not that funny. And you, my good fellow. Sorry. Take a moment to look at your wrists. My wrists? What the? Where are your handcuffs? Huh? How did... I felt they may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction. Just keep doing that every time. That's literally... He's just gonna have TIDUS' voice. I don't believe it. Mr. Sholmes, you are a marvel. And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we are finished. I'm not worried. In fact, I'd rather stay like this.
It's magic.
So, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. This is cool. I like this. Another reason to do logic shit. So, the dubious-looking Russian, Mr. Roylott, obviously. What catches the eye in the first place is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now we ask ourselves, why could you possibly want such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You are on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Hold it! I'm not sure. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard? I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about. It doesn't quite sit right with me, though. It doesn't seem to be sitting right with Mr. Roylott either.
Which means I suppose that the deduction is wrong. Let's try to switch a keyword here, Naruhodo-san, and see if it helps matters. Alright, but how? I think we should start by taking a long, hard look at Mr. Roylott. I wonder if it's really his beard that he intends to use these shears on. Exactly. If we do manage to find something that seems to fit the sense of Mr. Sholmes' deduction better. Neil's deduction? Oh my god, man. True! I loved it. That was basically Logic Chess 2, though, which I loved. Midnight Train was so good. I actually really missed that game. Then what? Not only the rest in your capable hands, Naruhodo-san. Why am I the one to do something about this? Well, anyway, let's see if there's anything we can even use to switch around in that last sentence. What exactly was Mr. Roylott really going to use those enormous shears for? His fucking no... Oh, shit. Thick hat. Wait, golden locks? What the fuck? I knew it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is actually the ballerina in disguise. What the? What's this? It looks like a cascade of stunning golden locks. No, the color is not the point. The point is, what's it doing on the back of Mr. Roylott's head? And how's it growing out from underneath his thick black hair? Well, yes, that's true, so it's stunningly beautiful and stunningly surprising. Something's definitely not right here. What? Is that not what I'm about? So this is not what I'm gonna... Oh, I gotta present it.
Yes!
Golden locks! Ooh, the animations, yo! Oh my god! I get to jump in and do it too? That's awesome! You were on the verge of using shears to cut away the golden locks, you sport. Indeed. You have identified the precise detail I was intending to expose. Such lush golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. You're not a man at all. You're a woman! And judging from the length and sheen of your hair, one still very much in her youth. Oh no. If only I had managed to cut off my hair. No one would have suspected. Yep, the scream was a girl pretending to be a guy. That's what I was wondering when you said that "or" thing earlier. I was like, huh, I wonder if there's something else going on here. The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. Hold it! Well, that was a shock. I had no idea that man was really a young woman in disguise, did you? What? Why are you staring at me like that? Yes, it was a surprise, Naruhodo-san. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Sorry? You look like you're in your element as you dance around the room deducing the facts with Mr. Sholmes. I'm just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything. This is strictly business, not strictly Yes, I understand. Say no more. Well, anyway, let's focus on this next part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction, shall we? The evidence that he's picked out doesn't fit the facts at all now. No, that's true, given that Mr. Roylott is actually a woman. Exactly, he, or rather she, can't possibly be this merciless revolutionary. I suppose it's because the deduction as a whole has taken a different direction now. Yes, let's switch the evidence for something else. Something that fits the facts as we now understand them. For some reason, this woman needed to try and hide her true identity. I feel as though I've either read or heard about a young woman in a situation like this. Yeah, okay. We already know what it is, okay? Just let me do it. Oops. I wish double-clicking worked there.
Yes!
The evidence that reveals your true identity is, of course, the article about the ballerina. That's right, you hit the nail on the head. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. It would appear that we are finally able to address you by your true name. Yes, because your true identity is that of the Novovich Ballet prima ballerina. Miss Nikolina Pavlova. Oh shit, she just fucking had scissors fall on her face. Never mind. Wait, his hair, the hair on this thing is, that's not even a hat, that's just hair. What a crazy mask. Oh.
Damn, she looks like Milia Rage. That is a hat, I guess. You're right. My real name is Nina. I mean, Nikolina Pavlova. But please, I beg you, don't tell anyone. And she's apparently really shy. I was right, though. She's hot. A ballerina on the run. Solved. Now she has a fucking... Does she have a baby sheep hiding in the fucking briefcase that she needs to shear? Actually, no way. She already... The shear was for her hair. Now, as my second conclusion... Wait. Did her whole body shape change? FBI open up. Oh yeah, she's like 15, right? Whatever, okay? But I'll change my wording. She's beautiful. You are at this very moment on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime... Wait, yeah, her whole body shape just changed when she took her beard off. How the fuck does that work? I was wondering about how they would do that. Anyways, whatever. The proof of this crime over there. Oh yes, Miss Pavlova.
It's magic.
Okay, true, it is magic. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. Ah, and I assure you the eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. Hold it! This woman is the ballerina, and she's right in front of our eyes, so clearly she can't be inside that traveling case as well. No, that's right. It seems she wasn't abducted at all. In which case, what is the crime this young woman is apparently committing? Ha, I can see I'm going to have to step in and fix the great detective's mistake again. You seem to look pleased, Naruhodo-san. Do you like the idea of another chance to dance around Mr. Sholmes? Stop it! Anyway, there must be something else here that shows what this woman is up to. Ah, wow. It's like right... Wow, that's kind of crazy that they just kind of hid that there. Was that actually hidden there the whole time and just perfectly behind camera, or did they just spawn it? Wow, look at this dazzling tiara. I've never seen anything like it. Those real diamonds, do you think? Oh, Naruhodo-san. Try it on. What? Me? Isn't it usually girls who wear tiaras? Wouldn't you like to try it on? Oh no, I couldn't possibly. It's far too beautiful. Why does this tiara look familiar? I feel like I've seen it somewhere before.
Yes!
The proof of your crime is showing this tiara. Oh, you stole the tiara to sell? That's what you did? Because you poor or something? I believe this tiara is worn on the stage by dancers in the Novovich Ballet, is it not? Indeed, it would appear to be identical to the tiara pictured here in this newspaper article. And if the reporting is to be believed, it is an item worth about 20,000 rubles. You didn't know you could even talk about the object before presenting it? Yeah, I did it by accident because I'm playing on PC and I just double-click everything first before I try anything else. So and that ends up being the talk about it thing instead of the present thing. 20,000 rubles. In summary, the crime you have committed is theft. Oh no. Yes, you left your ballet troupe unlawfully taking their precious tiara with you. Hat adjustment. I have no one, no family, no friends. I'm all alone, and I need money. But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how do you say, an Earl of Prussia? It belongs to me. This girl is only 15 years old, and she's run away all by herself. She must have been extremely lonely. Alright, I will tell you everything. There was no point to hiding it now. Come, let's not be hasty. What? There remains one unsolved mystery about you. Mystery? What do you mean? You have staunchly refused to open this traveling case of yours in our presence. It is reasonable to conclude, therefore, there exists some reason why you wish for it to remain closed.
that not so, Miss Pavlova? My dear girl, there's no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of this case, even before I've ever laid eyes on them. Dear me. We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? You're careless coup d'oeil. Does that mean, like, something about eyes? I know that's an eye. Coup d'etat. I don't know what fuck. Okay, basically your eyes betray you. Maybe it's glance, or giving glance that gives you away. However, once again, we need to only follow... Now I'm ahead of you? Oh, I am? Oh, you're right here? We need to only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Seriously, though. Pavlova is so cute. Yes, the reason why you've refused to open your case is written in the books on the shelf. Literally, she looks just like fucking Milia Rage, though. Like, does anyone know who that is? Guilty Gear Milia Rage? She's awesome. That's basically the adult version. He's completely changed tack with his deduction now. I think Mr. Sholmes is adapting his logic to the changing circumstances, don't you? Maybe, but why has he suddenly brought the bookshelf into all of this? It's just a wild guess, surely. Oh, do you think so? Well, it doesn't seem likely that the reason why this young woman doesn't want to open her case would have to have been written in a book that doesn't even belong to her. Yes, that's true. But still, Miss Pavlova certainly did cast her eyes in that direction. I noticed it myself. Then there has to be another reason why she won't open her case. Milia Rage is someone I would definitely try to play in Guilty Gear if she wasn't so fucking button-heavy. And it must be somewhere in the same area. That's where her gaze was involuntarily drawn. I agree. That's the only answer. Whatever she has hidden inside that case should be revealed by following her gaze in the direction of the bookcase. It's this one. You're not supposed to bring pets. I remember that. These are the rules of passage for travel aboard. The SS Borea! Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. There was exactly the same notice in our cabin too. I wonder what happens if you break the rules. Oh dear, I'm sure the punishment would be severe, Naruhodo-san. You'd probably be left adrift in the freezing cold ocean. Or shut inside a tiny wardrobe for days on end. So I've actually been serving time for weeks now, have I?
Yes!
Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Inside that case, Jacko is also another reason why I gotta start playing Guilty Gear again. You know what? I kind of want to do a Guilty Gear stream soon, where you guys can just watch me completely fucking suck at that game and try to get good at it. Maybe I'll do that next week. Inside that case of yours is something forbidden from carriage on this vessel. That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents. As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time. But no weapon or other dangerous item would move of its own accord, except a bomb or a Roomba. Which leaves but one possibility, Miss Pavlova, inside your traveling case. Is the last item listed as forbidden on the vessel's rule of passage, a pet. There's no air holes in it, so he's just dead. Possession of a prohibited animal. Solved. I like this. I really like this thing, this deduction thing. It's really cool. Elementary! It says elementary now, not elementski. So, clearly you aren't who you said you were. No, I am not Grimsby Roylott. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct. You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland. Later that same night, Todo from Jujutsu... I don't know who that is off the top of my head. Also, I still haven't finished Jujutsu Kaisen. I watched like 12 episodes because I was watching it with my siblings, who almost never want to watch. So it takes me forever to fucking ever finish that anime. Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel, which couldn't have been easy.
The Booyah is a huge steamship with a vast crew. Could she really have snuck on board without being noticed? In order to obscure... I don't even remember the people's names, honestly. Like, I don't even remember what the main character's name is. That's how annoyingly disjointed my watching of Jujutsu Kaisen is. In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman. And you intended... Oh, I know that the demon guy is Sukuna. Suck! And you intended to sever all links with your path by severing your long hair. Yet to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. So, if it was just you about to cut off your own hair, who was it that let out the scream we just heard from outside the cabin? A veritable tinkling of a bell? Why, none other than this young lady, naturally. More like a full set of pipes, if you ask me. I was so scared when I ran away in Shanghai. I was sure that they would come looking for me. That's why I decided to, how do you say, disgust myself, so no one would recognize me. As a result, you transformed yourself into that questionable old man? I see. To put on a fur hat and fake beard? Then just before you came in here, I saw in the newspaper, right on the page, there was a picture of me. I was so frightened, I couldn't stop from screaming. I knew that if I didn't change my appearances completely, they would find me. So I decided to cut all my hair as fastly as possible. I picked up the scissors in my hand and at that precise moment, we walked in through the annoyingly unlocked cabin door. Things happen like that sometimes, don't they? Things do indeed happen like that from time to time. Are those two even talking about the same thing? There's just one more thing I'd like to know. What exactly do you have inside your traveling case? You were right. It is my dear friend inside. My only friend in the whole world. Please, don't tell anyone. Or if the captain finds out, if you say to any of the crew, your secret is safe with us, I assure you. But in return, a hell buff student from the other school. Hella buff. Okay, the one that beats up black-haired dude? I can't remember any names! Your secret is safe with us, I assure you, but in return... And then Panda stops them or something? Doesn't Panda or like somebody stop them from fighting? Somebody important stops him from fighting and then he just gets bored and leaves. I don't fucking remember, man. Alright, you must tell us in as much detail as you can muster about the events of last night. Yes, alright, I will tell you. Well, Mr. Naruhodo? Wasn't it something Mr. Sholm's great deduction? It was certainly something, yes. I'm just not entirely sure what, but at least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible. Indeed, it is incredible. Ah, and one more thing. Oh, yes? What? Observe your wrists. My... Ah, your hands are cuffed again. What? But how? True to my word, I have restored your shackles.
It's magic.
When and why? There is still a shadow of guilt cast over you, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm sorry to say. It can't be helped at the moment, but how am I going to point and shit in court? If I'm shackled, I'll be like, it's you! You did it! Can it? Really? Anyway, let's listen on what Miss Pavlova has to say. I can't go on not knowing. I have to find out what the Speckled Band that Kazuma-sama wrote about in his diary really was. Hold on, give me one sec, y'all. Gotta do something. Bum, 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 bum. The stream hasn't been laggy at all today, right guys? I hope not. Gotta head out. Do you typically end stream when you finish an episode? I don't know because I've only had one other stream, but I gotta end my stream at 1-ish because I got an early shift tomorrow. So I'm just wherever I am around 1 o'clock is where I'm stopping. It's not gonna be at the. It's probably not gonna be the end of an episode, I assume. And then I'm continuing tomorrow. I have to find out what the Speckled Band that Kazuma-sama wrote about in his diary really was. Lots of magic, but there's no ball of justice. Man, I miss Trucy. What happened last night? Did you know that someone was killed in the cabin next door to this one last night? One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast. The miner who died, he was a friend of mine. Oh, that's why we were trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night? Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example? Perhaps people talking? Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest. Perhaps its steam engine exploded. Perhaps everyone on board would have not noticed if that had happened. Good night, Taco. Sleep well. Miss Pavlova, is there anything you can tell us? I don't know. I'm sorry, but all I could think about last night was what I had done and whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me. Oh, I see. You've run away from your ballet company, haven't you? The Novovich Ballet? Yes, I am traveling to Great Britain. From there, I want to go to America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. I will start a new life. You wish to forget? A challenging proposition. Maltosier. You wish to, when you have that striking tiara as a reminder. But the tiara is mine. I need it to live. These expressions, though. I have no money of my own. The Novovich Ballet gives us only a little food and water, and we must dance all over the world. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, it would have killed me. So you ran away to protect yourself? Yes, and the crew of this ship, they've all been kind to me. They let me come on board, and they said I could hide in this cabin. And that is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova. It creates the most intriguing conundrum. Yes, it does. What do you think about it, Mr. Naruhodo? Me? Oh, well, yes? Of course. Wait, why did she call me Mr. Naruhodo instead of Naruhodo-san like she normally does? I think we should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. To what conundrum, I'm not sure, but... Conundrum. Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle. According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. Now, that being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel. However, the SS Buria stopped by no port last night. Ah, that's it, of course. So how is it, pray, that you can't come to be aboard? Now that I think about it, the crewman outside the cabin acted very strangely when you mentioned that. It was just after we asked him about when the occupant of this cabin came aboard. That is not your business. Yes, you're right. He did seem to be hiding something. An angel descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage. Sorry, what was that? It is how the Russian newspaper described one of my performances. And that is how I came here too. I descended from the heavens, because I am an angel. Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very vivid. Mr. Sholmes once said, I never can resist the touch of the dramatic. It seems Miss Pavlova is the same. A genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection. Words I said once about myself. A quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement for the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, in fact. Yes, Mr. Showy. Anyway, it doesn't sound like Miss Pavlova is going to tell us what really happened. So the friend you mentioned is your pet a bird? So you're saying a bird flew her here? That would be crazy. So the friend you mentioned is inside your traveling case, is that right? I don't think animals are allowed on board according to the rules of passage. Oh please, don't tell. Don't tell any of the crew. If they found my precious... And the burly Russians would bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt. So reassuring, Mr. Sholmes. But what sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy? It is, isn't it? Maybe an adorable little rabbit? Ah, you credit Russia as a land with small rabbits, do you? Oh, don't they have small rabbits there then? You may well ask. I have no idea. You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of young ballerina's friends. Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken. Really? Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call, daily fresh eggs, and when adversity strikes, you could satisfy the needs of sustenance. You eat your friends. I'll remember that.
No, that's wrong.
Well, it would appear this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret not to be revealed. She obviously doesn't quite trust us yet. There's something I should like to show her, I think. Maybe she might be able to shed some light onto it. What am I trying to show her? What am I trying to show her? I don't even know. This? Just show her a corpse suddenly? Will that help? Should I just randomly show her a corpse? I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking. The speckled band, maybe. Does she have a speckled band? Does a speckled band belong to an animal that goes through vents? What is a speckled band? This is the diary of my friend who passed away. His diary? Yes, and he wrote in it last night before he died. Something a little unusual. It reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. And then a few minutes later, 1:35 a.m., what looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. The grill? What the hell is that? A speckled band? I don't understand. That's strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentions joins this cabin you see. It's up there on the wall. In other words, this cabin and the victim's cabin are connected together. Oh. Miss Pavlova? Has something occurred to you? Does the speckled band the victim mentioned mean something to you? Or the whistling sound, perhaps? No, I don't know anything. Oh. Who is it? Quick, get in the wardrobe! Uh-oh. Excuse me, Mr. Roylott. Yes, what? Wow, she's fast. Captain would like to speak with you. You must come to Captain's quarters at once, please. Alright, I will come now. That was fucking... How does she broaden her damn body again? I don't get it. That's a crazy costume. And her earring disappeared, too. What? You must leave, now. Oh, no, it's fine. Don't mind us. Yes, please don't worry yourself, Mr. Roylott. Get out! The passenger said out, or you want me to throw you out. Ugh, looks like we'll have to leave investigating this cabin until later. What a pity. And so we lost our chance. Having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin, we were unceremoniously chased out. That is to say,
We were quite literally picked up and thrown into a passageway outside.
To be continued.
We'll never know what the damn animal is until the fucking trial or some shit.
Ninth of January, SS Buria! First class cabin passageway.
I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that. I wish we'd managed to find some clue as to what the Speckled Band might be. We didn't manage to investigate at all. And I imagine that we won't be able to for a while longer. I'll never get past that sailor guarding the door. He's clearly glaring at us as if to say, don't even think about it. Oh, wait a minute. What is it? Well, what happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go? Oh yes, he's completely disappeared. When did he do that? He slipped away as quietly as the wind, but not before ensuring these were securely back on my wrists. Now what the hell do I do? He's just gonna let me out here? I guess I'd check that room again, but... Hey, you! I really wish we had a chance to look around in Miss Harlova's cabin. What? Why you look like that? You want something? Maybe you want me to throw you out again, Oh, no, definitely not that. Next time I have to throw you out, I'll show you where the lobsters spend winter. Understand? Understand. Maybe I should steer clear of him until he's forgotten my face. I don't think he'll ever forget your face, Naruhodo-san. That door leads to the second-class area. It's locked. I can't open it. No, well, that stands to reason. No one wants to let the murderer escape. Gosh, she gave me a very stern look when she said that. Okay. Alright, so I guess we just go back to the other cabin. There's nothing else we can really do. First class cabin, number 1. That's our cabin, not our cabin. Oh my god, not this again. Why is there no check mark for this shit? I really like when she puts her hands on her sides like that. She's just so angry. I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga has managed to cover any new clues. Oh yeah, I forgot he was here. Yes, we should probably find him and ask. Okay, that's a good hint. Why don't we do that? Move. We should never be able to enter the other cabin with Seaman Stroganoff in the way. Passageway, yeah, okay. We haven't visited this place in a while, have we? Thanks for the hints. I appreciate it. That's actually so useful, because one of the worst things about Ace Attorney was when you took a long break from the game, and then you couldn't remember anything you did before, and then you were like in the middle of an investigation or something, and just like aimlessly running around with no hints at all. It was so fucking annoying. I don't know if I'm the only one who had to deal with that shit. That was super annoying. Also, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab something to snack on.
Remember,
I don't want to do it. I thought this could be fun. Now I'm getting bored. Pikachu! So annoying.
Victory is calling me.
This is what you get for ruining my vacation. With all my faith. Let's start with something light.
Time to fight.
Was that 2 minutes? I have no idea. Alright. Alright. SS Borea, first class cabin number 1. Okay. Looks like they're still investigating in here. Yes? Perfect. Yes, on that subject, I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga is unscathed. What do you mean, unscathed? Surely you haven't forgotten, have you, Naruhodo-san? Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? He was going to talk with the captain about it. He said he'd lay his life on the line for you. Oh, yes. But I'm sure he was exaggerating. Let's see what he has to say for himself. He might have some new information for us. You never know. But he ain't even here. It's just this guy. You! Where did you go? Oh, sorry, I just went to the next door cabin to investigate. Why? Who gave you permission for this? Well, Seaman Hosonaga did. That new Japanese, was it? Later, I will roll him into ball and throw him into cold room. Yeah, he's gone back to guarding the door. Hope Inspector Hosonaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account. He's really gone out of his way to help us, hasn't he? When we get back to Japan, we'll have to take him for a steak at La Carnival. It could be a very long time from now, Naruhodo-san. It could actually be a very long time from now. Oh, there he is. Oh, God. He looks like he got really beaten up. What the fuck? Is that just me? His face looks super beaten up. I'm kind of worried now. Let's go over here first. This is where Kazuma spent his final moments. Writing his diary. 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Looking at his writing here on this page, it's almost impossible to believe that he's gone. Kazuma-sama left us a valuable clue in these words. I'm sure of it. We have to solve this mystery now, Naruhodo-san. We will. Yep, this guy's messed the hell up. Holy shit, this guy got destroyed. Ah, you're back. Inspector, what happened to you? Your face is... Please, don't worry about it. They're just scratches. Made by a bear, maybe. When I told the captain that I'd given you permission to investigate, he told me he'd pummel me with his fist and then toss me overboard. What? But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So it was nothing, really. It looks like he wasn't joking when he said he'd lay his life on the line if he had to. Well, thanks to your efforts, we now know a little about the neighboring cabin. Yes, so I understand. Oh. I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. I think his name was something like Erlach Scholz. I don't think he was German, though. Ah, that explains it. I think he's smiling right now, but he's so beaten up it's hard to tell. Shall we compare notes, then? We can tell you what we found out. God, this guy still has his fucking A-class smile. Yes, let's do it. The cabin next door. What? Nikolina Pavlova? She's in the cabin next door? Oh, do you know who she is? Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know that graceful angel? Oops, I think I upset him there. This guy's a huge ballet fan, it seems. Well, then that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case, at least. Oh, how? Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they? Oops, now I've definitely upset him. Inspector, has your investigation in here proved fruitful? If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed. Ready to hand over to Hong Kong police. So I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job. Oh, I see. Ah, there is one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you. Oh, what? Yes, do tell us, Inspector. Please. New information. What is this new information you have, Inspector? It's this. The Burias medical officer has a finished examination of the body and managed to obtain the report. Oh, Kazuma's post-mortem report? Kazuma-sama. So, what was the cause of death? Damage to the cervical vertebrae is what's written in the report. His neck was broken? Damn. Yes, it would seem so. There was no obvious... Wait, that means he couldn't write anything then, because he would be instantly dead. Right? I think it's very rare you survive with, like, your neck snapped. There were no obvious wounds or other signs of injury. So at first, I think they were considering poison. But it turns out they found no trace of poison in his system at all. Well, what weapon was used then? Nothing has been found as of yet, but the fact that there are no signs of a wound suggests it may have been a blunt object, something that wouldn't leave a mark. Oh, I see. All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. It's a possibility, and no obvious wound would be left. Poor Kazuma. I still have I have a second copy of the report. If it might be useful, you're welcome to have it. This trial takes place in... Oh, yeah, you're right. They didn't mention that, did they? What? It's not for me? Not for me?
No, it is for you.
Oh. Really? Are you sure? But yeah, it's cool. I wonder if they're going to be like a different... Is there going to be like several different judges? And there's going to be kind of like JoJo Part 3 where they just travel around the world into different areas and not just two places? Yes, it's fine. I trust you. After all, if I didn't trust you, I'd never have agreed to you leaving this cabin in the first place, would I? Ah. The post-mortem report has been entered into the court record. I just want to see if there's an instant death information in there, because that would like mess up the whole writing thing. Let's read it. Male, Far Eastern, sometime between 1 a.m. and a little past 2 p.m. Okay. It does! Damage to the cervical vertebrae, resulting in instant death. Yo, I knew that was going to be important. The victim's neck was almost certainly broken as a result of a strong blow to the area. No obvious external injuries or traces of poison. So there's a contradiction for him ever writing that message in the first place. Easy clap. Easy clap. Oh, Mr. Sholmes was here, was he? Yes, he seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much, as he crept about on the floor investigating. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored. Did he say anything at all? Actually, now that you mention it. Yes, just one thing, but he practically shouted it. It's shoe polish, was all he said. Shoe polish? I wonder what he meant. That was when he was over there by the piece of broken glass. Do you see? That's shoe polish? And perhaps he was talking about this brick-colored mark? Do you think? Ah, yes, this must be it. But how could Mr. Sholmes know that it's shoe polish? That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea. What is it, Susato-san? Well, Kazuma-sama was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue. Dark tan? Sort of dark brownish red, then. Yes, a little like the color of red wine, but darker. I often repaired them for him. Oh, does that mean that
This mark was made by the polish on Kazuma's shoes that they scuffed from the floor? Okay. I don't know what that'll be useful for. That's really all I can tell you at this stage. I should return to my post. My fellow crewmen's eyes are boring into the back of my head. Yes, that might be for the best. Thank you. I like how no matter what freaking outfit he's wearing, he's still standing like a waiter. Poor Inspector. You look exhausted. Oh, no. Well, I feel terrible that I failed to protect Asogi-san. It was my responsibility. Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. You were his friends. The truth is, I seem to have had a heavy head ever since I woke this morning. A heavy head? That's interesting. My head's still throbbing, too. We all got drugged on this damn ship, didn't we? What do I look at now? This thing again? Yeah, it looks like it. It really is such a beautiful color, this glass. It looks like whatever it was has it broken clean in two. But the other half is nowhere to be seen. And then there's the brick-colored mark, which is shoe polish, according to that great detective you seem to know all about. I suppose it must be from Kazuma-san's shoes. Maybe, but what I'd like to know is, how can the detective be so sure that it's shoe polish and not something else? Maybe he tasted it. Because he's a great detective after all. That's hardly a reason, is it? Well, two of these letters were written with the ink that was somehow spilled on the floor, and they spelled the Russian word for wardrobe. It does seem to be an unambiguous pointer to you, Naruhodo-san, as you were sleeping in there. But to be truly unambiguous, I should have spelled out my name, don't you think? Well, either way, one fact remains. It's hard to imagine that Kazuma-sama would have written his last words, or word, in Russian, which begs the question of who did write it. What do I do now? It just kind of threw me back into the game. So this ventilator joins Miss Pavlova's cabin. Yes, that's right. And just a few minutes before he died, Kazuma saw something emerging from it. The Speckled Band, as he described it. If only Miss Pavlova had been able to shed some light on it, but she seemed as baffled as we are. Yes, I wonder if she's telling us everything, though. I'm not sure. I know most people aboard would say the same about me, but there was something about that woman that didn't sit right with me. If I do this, will I get a hint? Kazuma-sama's quarters. ... Okay. I forget, what was the situation here exactly? Okay. So let's go there and find out what happens. Ah! Look, Naruhodo-san! Seaman Stroganoff has gone! Strong enough? The burly Russian sailor who's always crossing his arms and glaring at us. All these Russian names are impossible. Tra-la-la! Did you hear that? It sounded like someone singing. Tra-la-la-la, lira-lira-lay. I did it the greatest detective way. This caroling, I know that lark-like voice. Well, never mind that now. This is a golden opportunity for us. Yes, you're right. We must seize it. Let's get inside Miss Pavlova's cabin while we can and investigate. Definitely, but before that stringy knot crewman comes back. It's Stroganoff, not Stringy Knot. That just reminded me of SpongeBob. Do the Gary's way. The great detective way. Miss Pavlova isn't back yet. Susato-san. Oh, where's she gone? Hey, what are you doing? Those are her private things. It's not a moment to waste, Naruhodo-san. We must investigate as quick as we can. I suppose you're right. For Kazuma's sake. Not just for Kazuma-sama. What do you mean? It can't be long now until we arrive at port, in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there. Really? We must solve this case, Naruhodo-san. By ourselves if we have to. Yes, we will. Now there's clothes and stuff in here. Naruhodo-san, are you there? Sorry? I'm right here, yes. Why? Oh, good. I thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home. God damn it, man. Susato is really funny. Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump inside every wardrobe I see, you know? Well, anyway, I'm not sure anyone could fit inside this one. It's full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes. I was rather hoping we might find Miss Pavlova's friend hiding in there, but no such luck. All the books have toppled over together. Look, every single one. When he sees a wardrobe, he sees home. Yeah. Do you think that's the god of the sea, perhaps? He's toppled too, though. It's exactly the same as the bookcase next door. In Cosmo's cabin. Perhaps. Perhaps Miss Pavlova was practicing a difficult ballet pose and fell against the bookcase? I don't know. Would she really be practicing ballet on the same night she ran away from her ballet company? Alright then, it must have been you. You lost your temper and knocked them all over in a fit of rage? Not everything bad that happened on the ship is because of me, you know. Well, anyway, I'll set them all straight again. And here, too. I don't like seeing things in disarray. Is it gonna look different from my bookshelf? No, it looks the same. Okay. I don't really want to read this again, so fuck it. Let's just go here. Oh my, Miss Pavlova's case is open. It's completely empty inside, but according to the great detectives, great deduction, she was hiding her special friend in there. Yes, a friend that she had to keep secret. Because you're not allowed to bring animals aboard this SS Booyah! I wonder what kind of animal she had in there. And more to the point, where is it now? Is it on the next part of my screen? I don't see anything. Trash can! I suppose every cabin has a waste paper basket. Can we have a little look and see what's been thrown away? Naruhodo-san, it's poor etiquette to go sifting through someone's rubbish, you know? Those eyes. She's looking at me like I'm a piece of rubbish now. However, these are special circumstances, I think. Exactly, we have no choice. There's hardly anything in here at all. Oh, well, it's a little disappointing. There are just a few books on the desk. Nothing else by the looks of it. Well, Miss Pavlova only ran away from the ballet last night. She's hardly occupied this cabin for any time at all. It's true. I wonder what kind of books she likes to read. Let me see. Yes, I see. It would seem that Miss Pavlova enjoys reading. Books written in Russian. Thanks. I think I probably already knew that. It's rude to ask too much of people, Naruhodo-san. Kindly remember that. She likes to read books in Russian! Of course! It would seem this teapot is empty. Empty? So, the natural conclusion is that the Russians are very thirsty people. Alright. This fucking game has some crazy lines, man. What a line.
Or because Miss Pavlova only came in this cabin last night, she hasn't had a chance to make any tea yet? It could be either. It's definitely that they're excessively thirsty. I'd lay 1,000 to 1 on it. You're rather obstinate, aren't you, Naruhodo-san? I wonder what this little saucer is doing on the floor. Yes, it doesn't look like it's been dropped. More like it was put there deliberately. Do you think there could have been a leak in the roof just above here? What? A leak? Is this ship quite safe? I'm sure that even if there's a little leak in the roof, it doesn't mean the whole ship is going to sink. No, you're right. Of course you're right. She's really trying to persuade herself, isn't she? Don't worry, the ship is totally fine. This is the planet that the pet eats from. 100%. Oh, I gotta look at the vent. That's the important thing to look at here. Duh. So this ventilator connects to Kazuma's cabin next door. I kind of wish this game had that button that just shows you all the interactable objects in the room, like in Danganronpa. That makes a very annoying sound. Yes, although what a fool shipbuilder must be to open a ventilator into another room. Maybe it's so that if there's a gas leak next door, the occupant of this cabin would notice and raise the alarm. Or the occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning. That is a possibility. Anyway, last night, Kazuma wrote that he saw a speckled band coming out of this ventilator. The hell else do I do? There's one of these next to the bed in Kazuma's cabin, too. Yes, it's a bell cord. I can't resist. Anything happened this time? She barely hesitated there. She gave it a good tug, too. No, I didn't actually expect anyone to come. We don't want them to. We're trying to investigate in secret. Yes, they're displayed in this cabin too. Look, the SS Borea's rule of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. I suppose Miss Pavlova realized that she needs to keep the contents of her case a secret after she read this. Her special friend, I mean. I wonder where her friend has disappeared to now. She's probably having fun exploring the ship, I imagine. I just hope Seaman Stroganov doesn't find it and throw it overboard. Oh yes, so do I. What else do I interact with? Nothing? There's this. This cabin door has the same simple sort of bolted latch that our cabin door has. The bolt is drawn across. There's no way anybody could enter this cabin from outside. Yes, it's not a particularly heavy-duty bolt, is it? But still, it wouldn't slide across of its own accord, would it? No, and the door is made of metal. There's no chance of trickery using magnets to unbolt it from the outside. And it seals up perfectly too, to stop any seawater coming in, so you couldn't use the method you told me of passing a thread through a crack around the closed door either. I seem to know a lot of tricks for opening doors. I'm trying to see why they suspect me. Okay, I guess there's nothing else in here. Did we just leave? Is that it? That was there. Did I miss something? Okay, I'm gonna really look around here. I don't see anything else important. So I guess we just leave. Great. Okay. I feel like we need to spend a little more time. Okay, sure. Let's go back here then. What am I missing here? Game? Is there someone on the other side of the screen?
Yeah, there certainly is.
Oh, it's Mr. Sholmes. Look. Wow, you never know where he's gonna turn up next, do you? He seems to be stealing a look at something as he sings to himself. Tra-la-la-lira-lira-lay, I did it the great detective way. He's still singing. Do you think he hasn't noticed us? Or he's simply in extremely high spirits? Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when the yard bit off more than it could chew. And through it all, when there was doubt, it's lucky her luck was about. Excuse me. I solved it all and I stood tall. I did it all the great detective way. Mr. Sholmes! Ah! What is it? You want to fight? Honestly, interrupting a fellow when he's singing, and I was about to reach the climactic finish. Sorry, I thought you were never going to stop, so I figured now is a good time as any. I very nearly dropped you to the floor with one of my famous right hooks. It's fucking shadowboxing. Alright, I get the picture now. Could you put those fists away? Mr. Sholmes, you seem to be examining something before we interrupted you. Ah, yes, that. I was immersed in a study of the ship's log, as penned by the stockily built crewman who's usually on guard here. Oh yes, the ship's log. Did you find anything useful from it? Well, after 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank. Which means there was nothing to report, nothing of note happened, so... Ah ha 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 ha! Ah ha 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 ha! You truly are a student of, a student from the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it. He's still laughing. He's still he's finding it hilarious. Sorry? Your logic, my boy, is inverted. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Observe the other pages, and all shall become clear. It would seem the same crewman off stands sentry in the first-class passageway. And he has an almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every half an hour. Oh, he writes that in every 30 minutes? Nothing to report? Precisely, but simply the seaman writes nothing to report when there's just that. And yet, the ship's log from last night is largely blank. He didn't even write nothing to report. Do you mean there was something to report? Yes, there were circumstances afoot last night, such as the seaman being absent from his post. What kind of circumstances? What happened? That remains a mystery for now, but we can be sure something significant took place. So significant that it caused the seaman to forget his regular habit of scribing nothing to report in the log. These are the important details. I would stake my life on it. You must log the ship's log in your mental file. Now that deduction was worthy of a great detective. Ah, you're starting to understand what my way is, I see. What makes Sholmes, Sholmes. Brilliance! Ah ha 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 ha! Ah ha 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 ha! Ha! Ooh, ouch. What is it? Are you hurt? Oh, don't worry yourself. I seem to be afflicted with a throbbing head this morning. For some reason, nothing more. What? Is everyone drugged on this ship? Well, my friends, until our next encounter. He's still singing to himself. I can hear it as he wanders off down the passageway. Is something wrong, Susato-san? You seem lost in thought. It's just... well, I feel the same. Sorry? Ever since I woke this morning, I've had something of a headache. A sort of continuous throbbing. Oh, you too? Did she, like, where'd she go? Did she just move somewhere else for me to talk to? She doesn't want to talk? She done? That's it? We just go back in here now? It's Pavlova's cabin. This could be our chance. What? The burly sailor doesn't appear to be around at the moment. Okay, this is an outdated... This is something I should have read before. Hold it! Just take a quick look. How are you doing with this new AA game? This game is really good so far. I mean, it's basically a Ace Attorney game. There's some nice quality of life improvements, and I like the animations and characters so far. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. What's up, Bantuatha? All right, let me figure out where we're supposed to go here real quick. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, it's telling us to go back into the cabin. Gotcha! Thanks, game. Ding-a-ling-ling-ling-ling-ling-ling-ling-ling. Ah, what's that? Someone hit the alarm. Uh-oh, this is bad. We're getting some words in there, too. Shut down the engines immediately. Vessel sighted a quarter-mile fore. Wait, we're under attack? What the fuck? Full stop, hard to starboard. All hands brace for impact. What the? I think we're about to crash into another ship. What? I can't stand. Sato-san, hold on to me. Oh shit, Waluigi showed up. Sato-san, are you alright? Are you injured at all? I think I'm fine, thank you, Naruhodo-san. Yeah, they've been 3D since like the 5th game. All of them have been 3D, but I think it's in a nice stylized 3D, in my opinion.
Hi, I'm Daisy.
Why did you do that? I think I'm fine, thank you, Naruhodo-san. Daisy crashes the ship with Waluigi. Looks like we avoided a collision. I think. Yes, the ship has come to a stop. Oh my goodness, what about you, Naruhodo-san? Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. Hello, is anybody in there? Shout out if you need assistance. Wait, the fucking lock just closed from the crash, and everything tipped over. So the door locked because the ship shook? That's important. Oh, that's no wonder she cleaned up everything for this to happen. Oh, that sounds like Inspector Hosonaga. Is that you in there, Naruhodo-san? Unbolt the door, quickly! What? The bolt? Look at that. The door is bolted. So that's how the whole locked room happened? Did you do that to Sato-san? Or maybe, I don't know, maybe Kazuma really did, like, kill himself in the neck. Like, as suicide, somehow. No, I didn't touch it. Well, that's strange. How did... And look at that. Look at all the books. They're just like they were before again. Naruhodo-san, aren't you going to open the door and let the inspector in? Sure. I'd better tidy this place up first. Why? If this is a prequel by the looks of the room and style, what your current timeline story is? I'm pretty sure they actually have that. It's like technically in the future or something, right? Wasn't like 2030 something for like the mainline story? And then this one's in like the 1800s? So, does anyone remember that? Our violent emergency stop had solved one mystery at least in a very vivid way. I'm technically in the future? I am. Technically, yeah, because you guys have a 3-second delay minimum. So everything that happened has already happened 3 seconds ago, including this. But I know that what awaited us on the other side of the... Yeah, this is set 200 years in the past. I'm talking about the... You just said the current timeline, right? I thought you were talking about like the current games. Look out your window. Okay, now what? But I knew that what awaited us on the other side of the cabin door would not be pleasant. What? Why? Is Hosonaga dead? You hurried around tidying up the cabin with a new sense of foreboding in my heart. What? What? They can't just do... What is this? Why are they making opening the door so scary? Is it because the whole ship is underwater now? We're just dead? I'm running out of save slots! January 9th. It says, Booyah! This is basically in the... So yeah, to answer your question, Bantuatha, this is basically like in the 1800s. Ish. That's all I know. Sada-san took... Okay, I didn't even read that. What am I doing? The door of the cabin ended... Oh, it was bolted. Okay, great. Her hat fell off! Oh, no! Hugh, what are you doing in Miss Pavlova's quarters? Apparently it's during a real... There's an actual historical moment happening with Japan and Britain signing a treaty recently for friendship and something. And this is actually like a, I guess, what do you call that? What do you call, it's like faux history? Is that what it's called? Where they kind of like, it's kind of half implementing real history and then half fiction. I don't remember, there's a word for that. I can't remember what it was though. You, what are you doing in Miss Pavlova's quarters? Ah, you both look unhurt. Good. This guy is so friendly, man. Yes, we're fine, thank you. What on earth happened? We heard something about how we were going to collide with another ship. Yes, it appears to have been a false report, though. Oh, so the captain did it on purpose, huh? Oh, how did that happen? There's a dense fog outside, so it's extremely difficult to see. Someone must have thought he saw a ship ahead. This person obviously triggered the alarm, and that's what made it an emergency stop. What happened to Hosonaga? I don't know which part you missed, but Hosonaga is the reason why I was able to leave the cabin and explore a bit, because he went to go tell the captain that he let us do it, because he wanted us to have a chant, and he said he would put his life on the line, and as a result, the captain kicked his ass. He said he would kick his ass and throw him overboard, but he changed his mind on throwing him overboard. He still kicked his ass, though. This person obviously triggered the alarm, and that's why we made an emergency stop. Everything is chaos. Passengers are screaming. Crew are running everywhere. What's the last part you saw then? Did you see us uncover the bearded man as a waifu? Or I guess waifu, basically. This first class area is the only quiet part of the ship at the moment. Oh, I see. Someone triggered the alarm. Does that mean that someone pressed that button outside? Ah, you wicked intruder, dressed in all black. You were the devil. Sorry, me? I've been called a lot of things before, but devil is a first. You opened my traveling case. How could you? What? No, we didn't touch it. That's right, Miss Pavlova. It was already open when we came into your cabin. Inspector. Yes? Arrest this man. I know he did it. He is a criminal. Is it not enough that he has killed a man? And he is a stowaway as well. The vixen promises not to steal chicken, do you believe? You're the only person talking in chat for a full 40 minutes. Yeah. I really appreciate your company though in those times. Still fun. I assume anyone is either, it's either a small viewer count, which I'm not going to check, or people are just kind of like lurking and listening into the story, which is fine either way. I just keep going. Take him away. He's a trespasser as well as everything else. Stowing away is trespassing. Killing. She's right. You are devil. It doesn't look good, does it? There's a cell below deck. Throw him in. Tomorrow we dock in Hong Kong, and we'll give you straight to police. Wait, a cell? Please, Inspector Hosonaga, is there nothing you can do? This is a Russian vessel. I really have no jurisdiction here. After my last effort to appeal to the captain's good nature, I think I'm out of options. This is terrible. This is a real crisis. I've got to find a solution. Immediately. Run! Shit. I somehow doubt we shall be able to leave here. Alright, fine. Fine, I get it. She's so short. I guess it makes sense. Miss Pavlova, can I get out? Listen, I'm sorry that we snuck in here without your permission, but get out now. But we just needed to investigate in here to help him. It's no use. She's not going to listen. I need to find someone who will. I really wish I could understand. Maybe I should just use that app, the phone translation app, so I can see what this Russian means. I don't know do I care enough to do that? I actually kind of do. Hold on. Give me a sec. I'm going to see what this said. Okay, hold on. This is important. This is science, okay, guys? Wait, do I not have the app? Do I really have to download it? How do I have it? Okay, I need Russian to English. gonna just have this permanently set. Alright, come on. Come on, give me... It just says goodbye. It literally just says goodbye. She just said goodbye. That's it. She just said bye. Wow, that was great. That was very elucidating. It's actually, I think it's so cool how this app works. How it literally just like, edits the video to have the text over it. Like, that's so cool. That is so cool. I can't get over that. Alright. Let's talk to Big Boy. Let's talk to Beef Stroganoff. It's just Google Translate. Just Google Translate? Here, I'll show you what it turns into. I can send it on Discord, honestly. Oh wait, I can't because there's no Russian on the screen. Never mind. Please, just give me a little more time. I do nothing for you, except show you way to ship's prison cell. Thanks, but no thanks. But I'm innocent, I didn't kill anyone. And trespassing and stowing away? Well, you know, sometimes life can lead you down some unusual avenues, and well, enough! You are guilty. Ship's cell is only place fit for you. Come on, there has to be someone. Some savior to rescue me from this crisis. I know who can rescue me. Yeah, boy, Detective Man. Where is he? You've got yourself into a difficult situation here. Entering this cabin uninvited, I mean. Sorry, I was just so desperate to find a clue. I'm afraid there's really nothing more I can do to help you. If I push my luck any further, a punch to the face will be the least of my worries. I'm really sorry. I have to take responsibility for giving you the freedom to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin. Now this has happened. I'll have to report to the captain at once. I really need some help here. I need a savior! Alright, is there someone hiding on the left side of my screen? Dude, I love that this is just a thing that just keeps happening. This fucking shit right here. This shit. They're just dancing on him. What the? What are you doing up there? Mr. Sholmes? Naturally, I was analyzing what a weight of 20,000 rubles feels like on one's head. Have I not told you that as a detective it is my business to know what other people do not? This isn't mere tomfoolery, my boy. You want to see how much 20,000 rubles is on his head? Well, why were you hanging from that hook from before then? Isn't it obvious? To properly assess the weight of the 20,000 rubles, naturally. I wish to determine if it would bend that conceited-looking hook off the wall, so full of brag and bounce. I never know whether to take this man seriously or not. You again, the great detective. Inspector, I confess I've been looking for you. I have something to report to you most urgently. Well, you might try looking for me somewhere other than a hook on the wall next time. What is the report? Speak! An urgent report from a great detective can mean but one thing. Yes, the case of the curious murder that took place last night here on this vessel, the steamship Buria! It has been solved by me, naturally. What? Really? Yes, I have eliminated all other possibilities. No other explanations exist. So, allow me to illuminate all of your minds. For I am about to reveal my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Is this gonna be another, deduction? That's gonna be crazy. Ha, you have solved it? Even the Hedgehog understands this case. Sonic the Hedgehog? We all knew he was responsible for killing Student Boy this morning when we found a criminal in the wardrobe.
No good.
It is the stowaway, and he has handcuffs to prove it. I didn't do it. The trouble is, there doesn't appear to be anyone else who could have killed the victim. Because as everyone knows, the cabin door was bolted shut from the inside. Yeah, but we also had that happen right now. It means the culprit must have been someone who was inside the cabin. Yes, it's what's called a locked room mystery in detective stories. Ah, locked room, that is the point! The room was locked? Well, I can't deny that. There's no way the bolt could have been drawn across from outside the cabin. You're all quite mistaken. The cabin next door is not a so-called locked room at all. What? Oh yes, there was another entrance. An entrance used last night by the culprit in order to gain access to the cabin despite the bolted door. What other entrance? We never discovered one. Why, it gapes open-mouthed at you even as we speak. The ventilator, man! The ventilator? Gah ha 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 ha! You think this is funny? I cannot even put my arm through that hole! That's because your arms are as thick as a tree trunk. You're suggesting that the culprit entered and left the victim's cabin through that tiny opening? That's not possible. Ah, but it is. And last night, the victim even witnessed the intruder on the act of passing through the ventilator. Mr. Sholmes, do you mean... Are you referring to the words Kazuma-sama wrote in his diary? 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. I love Ace Attorney. Yeah, me too. I'm actually so happy that I'm getting to finally play more Ace Attorney after so many years, man. Precisely, my dear madame. But what does it mean? What is a speckled band? The answer to that particular conundrum is in this very cabin. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing? There is a distinct element of danger, but fear not. I am ready. What I'm about to do is expose for you all. What I'm about to expose for you all to see will shock you to your cores. Behold! What the? How did he make that appear? Okay, so it's a pet snake. Allow me to introduce you all to the band. The Speckled Band. Oh, Speckled Band. I get it. A snake? Indubitably. Mr. Sholmes, just one thing. Pray, what troubles you? Well, that snake isn't really speckled, is it? It looks more stripy, wouldn't you say? Hmm? Yes, you're right. I think in this case you'd have to call it the Striped Band, wouldn't you? Don't do it. Actually do it. Do the full laugh. You both see and observe with distinction. Why is the sailor so calm? Because he's fucking Chad. However, do you not think that it is precisely the trap into which the culprit wishes you to fall? Oh my goodness, really? It's a trap? How exactly? It's a trap! I think perhaps it is time I explain the intricacies of my train of thought. You wish you really had this kind of chatterly energy. Don't we all? Are you ready, Miss Pavlova? I'm sorry for the young man who died, but that is all. Wait! The snake choked him out? Did the snake strangle? No way, dude. Wait, the killer's a snake? Bro, is this gonna be a boa is this gonna be a constricting snake, or are we gonna like learn it's actually a venomous snake and not a constrictor, so it's actually innocent as well? Yeah, we're gonna do some crazy animal shit. These are two conclusions I've drawn from the facts. Number one, last night, your friend infiltrated the victim's cabin. And number two, that same friend was responsible for the victim losing his life. Okay, so it's wrong. It is wrong. Wait. Actually, never mind. Never mind. She's turned as white as a bowl of rice again? Honestly, that sounds more racist than anything. Sholmes must be right. He's hit the nail on the head. This young woman's friend killed Mr. Asoki? Angrily stares in Russian. It looks like he can't speak with that snake coat coiled around his head. I would advise as little movement as possible, Seaman. You wouldn't want the fangs that are long. Yeah, I did. I used Google Translate. You wouldn't want the fangs that long friend in your neck. So everyone, let us begin. Sherlock Holmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. The game is afoot. Topic 1. Intruder's identity. Did you see this before, Chocobo? This really cool-ass game mechanic? Ms. Pavlova, moments ago, you claimed the following. His death has nothing to do with me. The whole thing has nothing to do with me. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain. And it is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that portentous night? Or portentous? Why, naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected. Another telltale glance. Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. No, I'm pretty sure it's this guy. Pretty sure this guy's the one who helped stow her away. And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary. Quandary? Well, relax! Okay, Snake? The victim's written observations on the night in question tell of a speckled band, whereas regrettably, this specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. What explanation can we then give, pray? What was this sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night? No, don't look at me. It has nothing to do with any of this. Oh, but it does. You have the answer to this quandary even now. Hidden behind your back. Yes, that you are trying but failing to conceal. It can only be a snake's sloughed skin. No, I'm pretty sure that is a scarf or something. Evidently, after the subtle and horrible crime, this most deadly friend of yours, or is it actually? I don't know what the fuck that is. Shed its original skin, no? I don't know what you're talking about. Last night, through the ventilators visible in this cabin, your then speckled friend is living next door. Using the bell cord on the other side as a bridge, the serpent silently descended into the victim's quarters. In the dim light, it appears to have been to the young gentleman who was about to lose his life as a speckled band. In summary, the nature of this friend of yours, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime... Damn, I just realized what time it is. Holy shit, time passed quick. Is a rare breed of snake whose markings change each time it slows its skin. A snake so dreadful, we can only imagine it would be found in the deepest depths of India. A beloved speckled snake. I'll be having to end stream very soon, guys. How Mr. Asogi died. Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter. The grim demise of its victim. How did this young man lose his life? And why? According to the data of which I've been apprised, it would appear that there were no visible signs of injury. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. Wrong! We already know what the actual circumstance thanks to Hosonaga. Now, if we take that as fact... can reasonably imagine there remains an evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime. Oh no, could there be? Yes, an examination of the deceased body will prove the cause of death conclusively. An almost, but not quite, imperceptible puncture wounds left by the venomous fangs will seal the truth. Yes, the vestiges of the snakebite delivered by your terrifying friend. This makes no sense. There is no point feigning ignorance, Mrs. Pavlova. After the incident, you endeavored to hide everything, didn't you? And now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. That's right, you hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case. When you first entered this cabin, it came to my attention that your case moved periodically. Your serpent assassin was restless inside, no doubt. You don't... It is telling that the victim made note of a low whistling noise that he heard minutes before his end. That was your signal, was it not? The sound you had used to train your serpent friend? To train? Indeed, you'd put the serpent through this ventilator and wait. After a period, you'd summon it back with a whistle. You couldn't know if the animal had done its duty, so you would listen for signs of life next door. The victim appeared not to have been as dispatched, so you'd release the snake once more. You deny the snake has undergone such training? It's not true. Having slithered through the ventilator and down the bell cord, the creature needed only to sink its fangs in once. And its venom would course through the victim's veins, ending his existence forever. That is the true nature of the speckled band that took the poor man's life. There can be no doubt. My logic is infallible! Death by a venomous snacky. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' Great Deduction of the Speckled Band. Miss Pavlova has trained her pet snake as a killing machine. There on the floor you'll observe a saucer of milk. The promise of food is the key to training any creature. Incredible. You've solved the mystery. Amazing! Your great deduction really lived up to his name. I see now why Herlock Sholmes has become such a household name. My dear man, it was nothing remarkable. As the Russians say, I could have done it with one left hand. Can I venture an opinion, Mr. Sholmes? But of course, what's on your mind? It's just... About your deductions before, some things don't quite make sense to me. I welcome questions as to my method. We'll answer both loudly and proudly. Oh, well, good. First of all... Snakes are egg-laying creatures, part of the reptile family. You are well informed, madame. The reptiles don't drink milk. Ah. It's really only mammals that like to drink milk, you see. So, I'm not sure it would be possible to train a snake using milk as a reward. No matter. No doubt Miss Pavlova used some other treats to encourage her pet to do her bidding. Milk was merely an example. My logic holds. Well, there is something else. Snakes have no ears. Ah. Yes, so I'm not sure it would really be possible to signal a snake by whistling. I mean, I don't remember if that's true or not. What milk? There's milk in the saucer on the ground there. Remember they have like holes inside the ears, but they can hear, but they hear like differently, don't they? But madame, what are the tales from Arabia? Or was it that they hear vibrations or something like that, and that's what they react to? Have you not heard of the snakes that dance to the sounds of a flute? I think perhaps the performers play their music in time with the snake's natural movements. Oh, I see. No hands, no feet, no ears? These creatures are so inept as to be practically useless! Don't take it out on those snakes, Mr. Sholmes. There is one other thing. You have more? Snakes use the scales on their bellies to propel themselves. So, I'm not really sure that a snake could manage to climb up a flat bell cord like the ones in these cabins. It should try harder. True. Please, don't be angry with me, Mr. Sholmes. The point is, even if the snake had gone through the ventilator to the next door cabin, it couldn't have come back without help. Oh, is that something we would say? Because we're all just Sholmes on this blessed day. What I'm trying to say is that there are a number of reasons why it's difficult to imagine the snake could have had a part in this. Damn. Just shut him down, dude. I think we need to step in and help again, Mr. Naruhodo. Why do you randomly call me Mr. Naruhodo? Doesn't make sense. Oh no, you don't mean... Yes, we need to modify Mr. Sholmes' latest deductions and turn them into the great ones they ought to be. I had a feeling that was coming. Alright, let's give it another try. Just what was I waiting for, Mr. Naruhodo? Just what I was waiting for, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, right. So, cast your eyes down to your wrists again. What? You've done it again! Your handcuffs are gone! Where did they go? Fear not, I shall see that they're restored after our work is done. It is magic. I really wish you'd leave them off. Now, everyone, let us begin. Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present his Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. Time for me to interject. This is the cool part, Chocobo. This is the cool part. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Miss Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. His death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing has nothing to do with me. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Yet you cannot deceive... Wait, what? Did I already say that? Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain. Actually, what season is it? What? That may change how cool it is? Alright, anyways. She does have a pained expression on her face. Yes, that's true. She looks as though Kazuma-sama's death is weighing heavily on her mind. But you're not sure Mr. Sholmes has read her quite correctly, is that it? Could there be some other way to interpret her expression then? Let's take a moment. You really look very closely at Miss Pavlova. Stare... Oh! Wait, claw scratch? That means there is a cat and the snake is totally unrelated. It's a cat? Alright, whatever. We'll do the cat. Wait, you can aim at her aching heart. Oh, okay, because her aching heart's the current thing. Wait, actually, I didn't try this. What does this do? She really does look troubled. Yes, it's hard to believe that she's putting that expression on to fool us. If you look closely, it's almost like she's actually staring at something. She's actually staring at something. At what, you think? Perhaps something's physical causing her pain. We should have a closer look. Oh, Naruhodo-san, look! It looks like a very painful wound. Looks like a scratch made by some kind of small animal. And fairly recently, too. Well, whatever scratched her doesn't appear to be around here.
Yes!
Now interject, Naruhodo! Yes, when you recall those horrid events, that claw scratch smarts with pain. Indeed, and simple observation reveals the wound is fresh. Miss Pavlova, did you in fact receive that scratch? Sometime last night? Ah. When I think about the young man who died next door, I feel so sad. And when I am sad, the pain from this wound is worse. And it is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So, we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that portentous night? Why, naturally, it was that friend which with you boarded this vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected. Another telltale glance. Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. Nope, it's the man. It seems like Likely that the scratch mark on the back of Miss Pavlova's hand was made by this friend of hers, doesn't it? Except snakes don't have claws, do they? No, they don't. They don't even have hands or feet on which claws might grow. Well then, if that snake isn't her pet, what is? What's the true identity of this friend of hers? We should follow her gaze, Naruto-san. That's where we'll find the answer. Okay, is there someone... Is there a... Oh, there's a cat. There's a cat picture! Oh, look at this photograph in this frame. This must be something Miss Pavlova brought with her when she ran away. She's exceptionally beautiful, isn't she? Yes, that's true, but personally, I prefer the air. It's a little black creature that she's holding that's caught my eye. Maybe we might better take a closer look at this. It's Morgana! Woo! Look at cool, Joker! Little kitten. This is a very cute picture, yeah. It looks like... Oh! Look! That's a bell! That thing on the ground was half a bell, it looked like. You know that bell that's like that weird object on the floor in my cabin? It must be this bell. Or half of it for some reason. Half of it because... Maybe it's half of it because Kazuma swung his fucking sword and air cut it in half? Is this an assassin cat? I don't know, man. Look at that little cat. The little cat Miss Pavlova's cuddling here. Oh, what a cute little kitten. It could vie with you, couldn't it, Naruto-san, for the blackest outfit? A black kitten. And from the looks of this picture, at least, Miss Pavlova seems very attached to it. Take that!
Yes!
Without a doubt, your friend is a little kitten we see before us. Yes, the scratch on the back of your hand makes that abundantly clear. Oh no. The snake is probably just Stroganoff snake or something. What about that this black kitten isn't clear, but what is clear? That you brought the animal with you when you ran away, didn't you? Dark Eye is my best friend. I couldn't leave her behind. Dark Eye would appear to be a Russian blue. And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary. The victim's written observations on the night in question tell of a speckled band, whereas, regrettably, this specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. What explanation can we then give, pray? What was this like that... Oh, it was probably wearing that bandana that she's holding. Wait, it was in her pocket and she pulled it out? Why would she do that? She just pulled out the evidence that we didn't see. Gotta look at me, this has nothing to do with any of this. Oh, but it does. You have the answer to this quandary even now. Hidden behind your back. Hidden somewhere within this school. Yes, that which we are trying but failing to conceal. It will only be the snake's sloughed skin. Sloughed? You see that? She just took something out of her pocket and hid it behind her back. If she just left it in her pocket, no one would have ever known. Thank you. See, it really is. That's why my face is here. Because I'm actually Ryunosuke in real life. Okay? I just realized it's kind of perfect exactly where Ryunosuke's freaking body shows up. Oh yes, ploys like that are Mr. Sholm's specialty. He's ever so cleverly forced her to reveal something. I thought deduction was his specialty, or maybe making me believe that was a ploy too. Anyway, I find it hard to believe that's the skin of a snake. In which case, just what is Miss Pavlova hiding behind her back? What is she actually trying to hide? I can... No, it's not a snake's sloughed skin. Well, it is speckled, and it is a band, but... Oh, is that a... What is that? Is that one of those things that cats play with? A whip? It seems to be soft and fluffy, like a long piece of cloth of some sort. It looks like a handle at one end. I think it may be a cat's toy. It's sort of common in the West, apparently.
How's that a toy for cats? Cats like to chase the band around and paw at it. Kittens in particular love that sort of play. Oh, you have to wave it in front of them. Yep, it is. And they pounce to catch it. That sounds positively adorable.
Yes!
Yes! Yes, the thing you are trying, but failing to conceal, is, a cat's toy. Precisely. And the true nature of the now infamous Speckled Band. And it was this toy you dangled through the ventilator. You waved it around, I presume. Naturally, the victim could not fail to notice it. But why? For what reason? My dear boy, there can be only one answer to that. After her feline friend disappeared through the ventilator into the neighboring cabin, Miss Pavlova attempted to use the speckled cat's toy to incite the creature to return. In summary, the nature of this friend of Miss Pavlova's, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a blithesome Russian blue breed of cat by the name of Darka. A truly troublesome feline, knowing Darka is proving to be. She must be caged once found. You will forgive us for borrowing the photograph of your pet, Miss Pavlova. This cat, why? Why is this cat doing these things? Why is this cat also an assassin? Is Miss Pavlova actually a secret Russian assassin? Is that going to be the reveal? Who uses a cat to kill people? And everything else is a farce? It was after I gave her food last night. That was when it happened. A cat-assin? She scratched the back of my hand, then ran up to the bell cord. Before I could do anything, she had disappeared through the ventilator. Darka, she is so naughty. A beloved kitten. Conclusion made. Okay, can I can. Oh, shit. How did this young man lose his life and why? Okay, guys. I'm actually going to stop right in the middle of this because I know this is going to take a long time and I really need to stop streaming tonight. But I'm literally going to be continuing tomorrow and it's going to be a long stream tomorrow. So, worry not. We'll be continuing very soon. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock, I'll probably be going for 5 or 6 hours depending on my mood. We're going to do as much as we can. So, sorry that we have to end in the middle of this cool-ass deduction, but we'll get there, I promise. And hopefully it'll make sense tomorrow. We'll solve the second half of the deduction tomorrow night. And until then, YouTube, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this series still. I am very much enjoying this a lot, and I'm very excited to see where this goes. I like the new mechanics and investigation and all that, and the characters are seeming really cool. So, yeah, hopefully it continues being that way. YouTube, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys all have a great day. See you later. Goodbye.